everybody, good evening. I am your host once again, Nathan Blades, and with me I have two absolutely beautiful guests with me on air. I have Ruben.
Oh, bonjour. I am Ruben.
That is, I guess that's a David Cage read. I guess.
Play my game is about racism. What if you shoot a robot with a bazooka?
Beautiful. I also have, Will.
Salut, comment ça va?
Ça va bien, merci.
Ruben, I'm glad you're ready to ask the tough questions about shooting robots with bazookas.
I think that is David Cage's best game of his entire oeuvre. His game called Bazooka Robot Colonialism Examination Game. That's just his best one. Just top of the chart.
Yeah, no, we are after. Well, so what are the previous games that David Cage made? There was Screaming Your Son's Name in the Rain Simulator.
Jason! Press X to Jason.
Yeah, there was the David Bowie Simulator, Omicron the something or other.
Yeah, oh my god. That was...
I think that actually had the voice acting from David Bowie in it. I don't know. Bizarre.
Yeah, no, David Bowie was like, oh yeah, man, this game's great. We should all play it. I give it my thumbs up. And then, he just backed off, never looked behind him.
There was the PlayStation 2 Indigo Prophecy?
Yeah, well, didn't that one have, like, homeless people or Mayans as, like, two alternating ways that your game can end, like Mayan prophecy chaos?
Something like that. And then there is also, what is it? Become Creep on Ellen Page.
Two souls become Willem Dafoe is tired.
Yeah. So, after all of those incredible works, David Cage finally decided to have more than one writer in a video game and managed to turn out something that is playable and yet still not good. Detroit Become Human. I also realized upon switching to the book club screen that the game description was still Hypnospace Outlaw, so
It
was a better time. A time before Detroit.
If I could just contribute two important facts about David Cage from his Wikipedia page. The first video game he contributed to was the music for the game Cheese Catastrophe starring Speedy Gonzales.
Oh!
And
on what format?
That's a great question. I'm going to look that up. This was in 1994, so I can't imagine...
that feels like a Game Boy Color-ass game to me.
The Sega Master System.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Also, I'm going to read the entirety of his personal life section on Wikipedia. Cage identifies as an atheist. That's the whole thing. That's all you need.
All you have to know about me is that God is dead.
Yeah, no, that is definitely in the kind of... I suppose, like, his games are supposed to be high-minded in terms of kind of like, you know, these are deep games about the human condition and other such lies. But I should... Well, so, for the last couple games, I've been going with the kind of Steam description for... like what the game is, and I'm pretty sure Detroit is not on Steam. Wow.
Not yet.
Interesting. I guess all his stuff has been Sony exclusive. So we don't have like a pithy 2-sentence descriptor of what Detroit Become Human is, because the Wikipedia description like talks about it being an adventure game developed by Quantic Dream, which obviously, who cares?
We'll make it together. It'll be fine.
Yes. No. Perfect. So, what is this game? Will, somebody who has not played this game at all, what is
so
this?
As someone who has never played this game before and has only been exposed to the internet reactions of this game, I think I can safely describe this game as what happens if Hot Beard Man and RoboTwink, who definitely are not in love, solve racism as robots. Because, oh man, there's so many implications there about Race.
Mhm.
So basically, David Cage solves racism with the power of robots and homosexual coding.
Mm-hmm. So
Which
I
he
currently
has
have.
denied, by the way. In an AMA on Reddit, he says he has flat out denied any homosexual implications between Hank and Robotwink.
Mhm.
Oh, that's right. One of them is named Hank.
Hank
Yeah,
and
Hank.
Connor, I believe the other character's name is.
Oh,
So, Detroit Become Human is what happens if Hot Beard Man and Robotwink, who are definitely not in love, solve racism. That seems like a solid description. I think that is entirely accurate. Ruben, what is Detroit Become Human?
Clicks on my article I wrote about why David Cage is a terrible writer.
Mhm.
I think Detroit Become Human
Is.
is a game about America where robots have it worse than black people.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole point of the game. What if these non-living beings that are just a really blank metaphor for anything, um, are thrown into like a historical allegory reserved for people who have existed and still exist and still have to deal with these issues?
Yep, that tracks. So, not only is Detroit Become Human about Hot Beard Man and Robotwink, Detroit Become Human is a game about America where robots have it worse than black people, open brackets, that's the whole point of the game, close brackets. Perfect.
Nathan,
Nailed
what
it.
do you think Detroit Become Human is about?
I think Detroit Become Human, Detroit Become Human is about... Oh, what is it about? Because,
About
you know...
becoming
I kind of want to say Detroit Become Human is about the general population now assuming David Cage invented robots. Because whenever I talk about robot narratives to anybody now, they're like, oh, it's just like Detroit Become Human, and I shrivel into
You know
myself.
people who like that game?
No
So
comment.
many-
No comment.
Yeah.
They may watch this stream eventually, and I don't want to throw that much shade, so
I
You know who you are.
they know who they are. So yeah, Detroit Become
I
Human
know who
is
they are.
about people now assuming David Cage invented robots.
One other thing.
Go ahead.
One other thing to contribute is I think Detroit Become Human is really about trying to find out how problematic a piece of media can be before it can no longer be a problematic fave.
That's very good, and I will add that as a fourth one. This is a very long description.
Crossing boundaries, David Cage.
Detroit Become
So brave.
Human is about
More like David Brave.
Could you read that back to me again? Thank you.
Sure. Finding out how problematic something can be before it can no longer be a problematic fave.
Yeah. There's so many people who really want to like this game. And to try to make it seem good as well. And it's like, well, that's a project you could devote your life to. And I'm gonna end the sentence there without judgment or implication.
Because I mean, okay, so out of all of his games, this is definitely the best looking one, and the soundtrack is very good. And I adore storylines about robots. This could have been everything I wanted, and then I was horribly disappointed. So I am personally invested in the way that this game has, I don't know, upset my own sensibilities about cyberpunk video games.
I think that's what to get the most mad about is that technically and mechanically the game is gorgeous. It's a really well designed game. It's just a shame that the lead guy who has all the input is just a human toilet.
Something like that, yeah. So, with all that kind of discussed about what this game is, we have to actually stick to something resembling the format of this show, I suppose. What are the themes that we expect out of this experience? I mean, robot racism is, I guess, the number one with a bullet, quite literally, is the thing we're going to run into. I know for a fact that one of the shots that we will see is robots being made to sit at the back of the bus, which... Oh my god!
Okay, I'm gonna take a guess that there's going to be some hashtag not all humans.
Okay.
Oh.
Is that humans with a Z? Just checking.
No, I feel like that would be too self-aware.
Fair.
Let me think. I'm expecting the theme of less the racism, more about sort of the gender aspect of the game, and I'm saying that very tentatively. Is female models as sort of like female robots as sort of servitude. Like working in care or like desk jobs, and like taking on like how David Cage, like, even though you have these like basically non-human entities that can do any role perfectly well, if there's like very clear gender divide projected on that.
I know that for one of the themes across a lot of David Cage's work is having like a shower scene with one of the female leads and the camera just being all over that body. And I don't remember if this game does that, considering I know that there are robot sex workers in this game, so I guess, but I guess in addition to your idea that your point is female androids as servitude, I'm gonna put like in an open brackets there, and unironic objectification.
Yeah.
I have shower scene on my Detroit Become Human bingo card, so I'm assuming it comes up at some point.
Yes, the Detroit Become Human bingo card. That is a very important thing to mention.
Give a jingle for that.
Before...
The Detroit Become Human bingo card.
Yeah. I'm going to go and link in the chat because it is important for... Actually, let's do it this way because I actually have OBS open with the chat functions. I'm going to link a way for people who are watching the stream. Hello, if you're watching this stream, by the way. This is a way for you to play along, as it were. The super best friends who are no longer with us. They're all alive, but they've since split their separate ways, like they are rock stars.
Zaibatsu.
They played through this game a year ago, 2 years ago, and they made a bingo card being aware of the other David Cage games that have been made. And somebody decided to turn that into an entire website, along with a randomizer. So, if you're playing along at home and you're on desktop, because obviously if you're on mobile, having two windows open at once is probably not a thing, follow along, see if any of these things occur. I will say that I have started the game about half an hour in, because I think a lot of people who are aware of this game have probably seen the opening scene, and I just wanted to skip that, because, you know, why spend our playtime seeing something that everybody is already aware of. So some of this may have already happened, but it's likely to happen again, because the story writing in this game is interesting.
Well, if y'all could give me a SparkNotes version of what happens as the resident blind runner.
Sure. Do you want to do that, Ruben, or shall I? I've recently played it through, so I guess I have it fresh. But
that's like every character's intro, right? In the first,
it's okay.
You've got Connor, the popular twink bot, popularly shipped with Hank. He walks into an apartment where a murder is taking place. A rogue android is standing on the edge of a very, very expensive looking apartment, holding a child hostage. The android has gone rogue or has gained sentience. Whoa! And is now threatening to kill either the child themselves or both, depending on how well you react as Connor. Then you have Kara. Kara, you open the game as, I think you're like in a booth and you're being bought by this one. So David Cage loves loves villains who just look. They loves addicted villains.
Yeah.
Like this guy looks like he doesn't have his life in order. He's implied to be poor. He's like explicitly on drugs.
The perfect villain.
The perfect villain is
Something
someone
like
who's
that.
the perfect villain is someone who just needs help. Everyone,
Mhm.
those are the most evil people. You're being bought. You're being like you have to clean. It's a very very boring domestic scene. You have to clean up after this guy,
Mhm.
and then things take a turn for the worse. As
We'll be seeing that scene actually. 'Cause,
Okay, then I
the
won't
scene I
spoil.
wanted to start is with Marcus's scene, the third character, because that sequence I actually quite like. I don't know. Maybe it's the one.
Apologist.
Maybe it's the one good scene in this video game. Who knows?
Detroit become human. Bingo card. One good scene. Ticket.
Yeah, well, let's actually see it first. But yeah, at the point, I basically paused the game at the point where it does its, like, cinematic, like, this is a thing you're binge watching on Netflix, like, title sequence. So we get to watch that together, and then we can go into Marcus's debut scene. So, we have our description of this game. We have the themes we expect. We have our bingo cards, and if you're anything like me, you have a drink for this. So let's get into it, shall we?
I like how we don't have any ideas to take away.
Oh, the ideas to take away is at the end of the show. Once we've played the 3
Oh,
hours,
right.
and we can go back and yeah, this is because the ideas to take us away is what we've learned.
That's true. I'm afraid of what I'll learn.
Mm,
Okay.
Who knows what we'll learn? But for now, let's go watch this opening cutscene. Just checking. There's about a second's worth of delay. That's fine. That's fine. I should probably also turn down the audio on my mic, otherwise I'm hearing it in stereo.
Wow, look at the great future of 2005. We've got trees, we've got buildings.
You can tell it's the future because it's buildings with more billboards and blue.
Sure. And yeah, and the monorail has like a curve to it. There's a lot of curved buildings.
Mhm.
That's sci-fi.
Oh, drones.
I mean, there's a degree to which kind of like futuristic architecture I find quite interesting. Although, I don't know, growing up in London, being super used to the kind of 60s brutalist architecture that's ongoing, that feels more futuristic to me in a way. The future
Get
is
your
just
chips.
tubes.
No, the future is triangles. Did you not play Deus Ex? Human Revolution?
I mean, eventually we will all stream.
Hey, Og's lives matter.
No.
Oh, man.
Real encounter.
Oh, I'm so sorry. There's homeless people. That's the villain. David Cage said so. Can't trust that.
People having lost their jobs thanks to robots being invented. Written and directed by David Cage. Except there's a co-writer
Censor
on
that.
this game.
Censor that.
There's more than one writer on this game, but they didn't get top billing, I guess.
Yeah, it's like it could have something to say about automation. But
I
it
am
doesn't.
slightly quiet apparently, so I'm going to raise my volume.
Oh, I should also open the chat.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, the whole thing of, oh, this person lost their job because of robots. So are we going to blame the robots for the fact that they need a job to survive? Or...
Yeah, it's blaming the robots. That
It's
is
blaming the
that is as
Yeah,
complicated as it goes.
I knew the answer, but I just wanted.
So this is Marcus. He is one of the 3 characters and the second most boring character in the game. I guess it's revolutionary that they cast a mixed race character for one of the leads, because that is relatively rare in AAA video games. However, the cynic in me says, yes, we want to discuss kind of like black power metaphors, but we don't want somebody quote unquote too black to lead that, lest the players dislike him.
What fucks me up about Marcus is that he's based on Lance, like a real person, Lance Henriksen, who is like a biracial American man, and like Henriksen himself has like done really powerful speeches on like Emmy, like I think it was his Emmy speech where he talked about like how like Hollywood needs to stop using the magical Negro trope, but then he agrees to work on this game, and I'm like, what are you doing?
I mean, to a degree, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's been an interesting discussion recently about a movie based on a terrible book called Adam. I won't recount the contents of that book because it's actually genuinely triggering. However, apparently in casting, they approached a lot of non-binary and trans people and didn't tell them what the name of the movie was. They used a different movie name, so they went to perform in that thing as extras without really knowing what they were getting into. So, but they obviously are just trying to find a paycheck, and you know, very few pieces of Hollywood do at the very least. Feature trans people or non-binary people. So if somebody came up to you and said, we had a job for you.
Yeah. Like that's true.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say like, Nathan, this is where you can just disrupt everyone's day by just existing right there. Human music.
Oh man, it has soul, guys.
I mean, okay, so that therefore suggests that they have made androids with the ability to perform music, and that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's not that fun.
Hatsune Miku is real.
Yeah, no, we have jokes
Have a nice
about
day.
Hatsune Miku and Daft Punk, you know, we have like the imagery of robotics, but genuinely being like, yes, we've made this AI good enough to be able to perform music that people would want to buy just off the back of that, that's like a big deal. Where am I actually supposed to go? Okay, over here.
Oh, Nathan, Shovel says bump your mic a little bit more.
Oh, a little bit more.
Or way more.
Ah, okay. Audio input capture. Let's raise it a lot. There we go.
Will, you were saying something?
Oh, I don't know if I was.
Oh, I heard you go.
It was just ghosts. It was
Oh
androids.
yeah, I was just going to say what you said about Shelbo.
We can no longer live without them. They're in our homes,
here.
our schools, our factories. They take our jobs.
Look at this.
They mind our children.
So,
Look at the
They
optics.
care.
Detroit has, as far as I aware in real life, a very large, very large percentage of people of color, especially like African Americans living in Detroit.
You are the one
I
whom
don't
the
think many
evil
of the
will
main
come.
characters in this
You
storyline are
are
black.
the one who will destroy
So-
Detroit.
So yeah, this is the thing. Like this. Yeah,
We can
you're
no
like.
longer live without these.
So this is David Cage's genius plan for like races in America in 2060. Is like, you know, robots will have it worse than black people, and then says nothing about the plight of of African Americans, how like the structural racism issues were fixed, if they were at all, but basically he just goes, hey, black people are also racist to robots, but also these posters fucking sick.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the art direction in this game is very good. I wonder if there's a level of like, how to put it, dramatic irony. You know, this poster of invasion is
After Mankind. That's just the name of game, slightly different.
the target. Rakan, the last guardian, which, spoilers, you're looking at him.
Buy The Last Guardian now. Good game.
I've not played that. I played a little bit of Shadow of the Colossus on PS2, and it locked up about an hour in, and I was like, I hate this video game, and never played more. I probably should have done.
That's fair.
Anna Maverick.
Is that like a cool gritty reboot of like what's
Mega Man X.
I was thinking like that like female investigator that has a ton of games.
Oh,
What's her name?
Oh, man.
well, like Nancy Drew kind of thing, like the novel.
Yeah.
Nancy Drew.
Ah, yeah.
And a Maverick is Nancy Drew with a gun.
Ah, yes, Bellini paints. I don't know about you, but whenever in real life I pass by like an art supply store, I'm like, oh my god,
I want to drink it.
how much? What can I buy? I've not done any traditional art in like a year, but oh my god, I must buy.
Hello, color clerk. I would like to. Oh, that came out wrong. I'm sorry. You know what I meant.
David Cage, how did you get in this chat?
Oh no, he's invading my soul.
I must have all this mysterious powders. That
want to
is
eat it.
absolutely a 2D texture on the wall, but it's fine. We're not going to look at it too hard.
It's a good 2D texture.
It is a very good 2D texture.
Look, gay rights.
Yeah, yeah. David Cage said gay rights, lads. Pack it up.
Well, fellas, we love Detroit Become Human.
It's good now.
Identification verified.
Look at this. Look at this exchange.
Create your own colors.
Here's your order
Wow.
number
Why can't they just
847.
use human colors with souls?
You mean like
confirm.
going to the hardware store and like going to the paint mixer guy
Payment
and then
confirmed.
being like, I'd like this color, please.
Transaction complete.
I mean, if... Man, in the future, they just have us use hex codes instead of doing the old-fashioned way of picking out colors like elephant gray or Tangelo.
There's something I actually kind of enjoy about that whole Dulux color chart ass. Like, yes, this one is called Honeycomb Sadness. And I'm like, I know exactly what color that is from the description.
I think it is fun to see the lengths people will go to make a unique name for, you know, like the 400th shade of blue that they had to look at.
Mm-hmm. I know that there is like a riot that's around the corner, and apparently you can avoid it, but I've never seen that happen.
Yeah. You can just go across the street, I think.
I see.
And
Because
go. But hey, we shouldn't avoid the
Are you
most
going to
meaningful
deprive
part
our
about-
users of content?
yeah, I don't know. Like, okay, there is surprisingly gross optics about watching like the second person of color you've seen in this video game so far get the shit kicked out of them by random yobs. I'm like, I guess, but fine. Let's get kicked. Let's feel bad for the robots.
Let's assume that that we're all new and David Cage might have something.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Let's see if there is actually a thing that we can learn from this particular scenario.
I got my stress toy.
We want what? Oh, bid.
Fuck you going, Tin Can?
What if Tin Can robot slur?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just call him a
guys check it out, we
toaster
got
and
one of those
just,
tin
you know,
cans here.
make it Battlestar Galactica?
My
Look at
paints.
this little motherfucker.
Those are expensive, you
Steal our dogs,
asshole.
but you can't even stand
Hey,
up.
Chrome Dome. I can't say that.
Oh. Getting up is so hard. All I can do is just kind of twerk.
That wiggle.
Look at this freak.
Oh.
He's enjoying it.
Yeah, let's look at this ass. It's so finely toned. Okay.
Damn. He's shaking it. He's tempting us, that robot. Vixen. Give me my job back. Did you come immigrant narrative?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, robots are every marginalized group so far. They are
Just simultaneously all at once.
people of color. They are
enough.
they're immigrants.
Leave it alone.
They are slaves.
Let's teach this bastard a lesson.
No, I think it was really mean of the
Damage done.
player character to come and pick this guy's job up from the store and then take it to a bus stop.
Mm-hmm.
You can take your job next.
So did you catch what the police officer said?
If you break it, I'm gonna have to find
Let's go.
out. Mm-hmm.
Like, right, robot is property.
No,
Human is property.
there's a lot of use of it when talking about androids. I am surprised that there hasn't been a whole kind of like, well, in all the kind of heavy-handed metaphors about minority politics, I am surprised there isn't like a "have you tried not being an android?" kind of.
Oh my god.
No entry for purchased
Oh my God.
androids. Ooh.
Well, yeah. But what though? What if though? If like, you know, there's in Cyberpunk sort of like cyberware and cybernization. What if there's like the reverse for cyborgs and they can like literally become human? What if this was like a biopunk thing?
Interesting.
And it was also like about like, hear me out, an android serial killer that harvests human parts in order to be like literally become a person of flesh.
I like the flaws in this store. Education. Or buying a sport robot. What does a sport robot do? Is it like
Play sports.
Is it like horse racing where you buy the best sport robot?
It's like I would love Android Jockey, but I think in this game it's like there's just it's mentioned in like a pick-upable somewhere, but sports, like national sports teams, are allowed to have one android.
Oh,
So-
I see. I see.
It's kind of interesting
Mhm.
because that's just the one player, like the quarterback in a football team, can be
Yeah.
a very strong android.
The ace of the team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shelbo 12's thing about talking about the Veil, a tabletop RPG about, you know, cyberizing yourself. I have played the Sprawl. In fact, you can watch me play the Sprawl every other Saturday on the Shadowcasters Network, shameless plug. But I have not played the Veil. They're both played by the Apocalypse Systems, but they're like Cyberpunk in two different ways. But yeah, I get to stare very... I guess there's a whole thing about, you know, these characters, quote unquote, becoming human. So at this stage, everybody is very emotionlessly staring into the middle distance. But...
This is such a dumb scene.
Robots at the back of the bus. It's yeah.
And they just stand there, like your GameCube is in the back of the bus. Look
No.
at that.
The shameless plug. No, the Shadowcasters Network is a separate Twitch channel. Twitch.tv/Shadowcasters Network. I might type that in when we're not in the middle of me having to control a thing. But yeah, they do lots of different cyberpunk themed tabletop RPGs, largely Shadowrun, but they're branching out into other things. And here is
Okay,
the
Nathan,
chart,
Nathan,
TM.
Nathan,
Hi, hello,
Nathan,
hi.
Did you see the title of that chapter?
No, let's look at the title of this chapter.
Oh, God.
Bonjour everyone, je suis David Cage. I'm here to tell you about my robot game.
Well, if you don't mind, let me just, there we go.
Oh my god.
Oh, hey, I haven't been looking at my bingo chart. Let's see.
Yes, I think this is an excellent time to look at the bingo chart now that we've ended a scene.
So I've got How literal are we getting with these quotes? Because I have one that's "you're one of them," and I feel like we got pretty close there. But,
yeah, I mean, I have a feeling there's going to actually be somebody saying "you're one of them" in all caps.
True.
Let's see. Robosexual
I've got,
abuse, not really.
I've
Racial
got civil
stereotype
rights.
zone.
I've got civil rights / oppression imagery, but robots.
Yeah, I've got that too. I think that's pretty there.
Yeah, everybody can check that off, I think. Robo drugs, mundane everyday QTEs. Well, we did just go and buy paint for somebody.
Yeah, no, that's just another Joker. Let's wait until it gets extra mundane.
So this is the screen where we can see the paths that we didn't take, and it seems that there were 2 sub-actions that we didn't do, but otherwise we did everything.
Wow, let's replay this to get the 100% clear rate so we can unlock the final true ending where David Cage congratulates us on being woke.
David Cage comes out of your TV screen and kills you.
Ju-on the cage.
Juan? Hon, the cage. Hey, welcome to the poor zone.
So that is a very dilapidated house, but it's also a fully detached house in the suburbs. I wish I could afford a house like that.
I think that's like a very American thing. It's like even though it's all
Yeah.
shitty, like things like social housing are still standalone houses.
Mm-hmm. That is indeed twitch.tv/Shadowcasters Network, Shellbo12. It is a pretty good place to watch some tabletop RPGs. Hopefully there'll be tabletop RPGs on this channel in the future is a thing that I definitely want to do. Cyberpunk stuff and otherwise. Cyberpunk is very evidently a genre close to my own heart. That I am also an urban fantasy nerd, so that is also something that's very likely
You're
to
gone
come
for
up
2
soon
weeks,
too.
so the place is a mess.
Okay, so
You do the
we're back.
housework, the
Apparently,
washing, you cook the meals,
Kara
you
is
take
like-
care of...
whoa, you were in an accident.
God damn it, where the fuck's the
Got
brat
fixed.
gone now? Alice!
Yeah,
Alice!
it's pretty unsubtle. Oh my god.
That's Alice. You look after her.
Wait, hold on.
Homework.
This
bath,
child
all
just
crap.
teleported into the scene
Got it?
with the pure power of
Desktop.
pathos.
Get started down here, then you do upstairs.
Oh wow, is it my time to exemplify that I'm being abused? Yay!
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. The outfit that she's in is miserable. Just saying. Very difficult to do work in latex, but hey. So this scene is incredibly boring because you do just chores. So, Ruben, why don't you talk about kind of like your experience with cyberpunk as a genre, pieces of media you've liked and disliked in that genre?
Jesus. Let me think. I like cyberpunk when it lets me turn my arm into a gun.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
TV on.
No, I like
and
cyber.
crazy drugs.
When drugs get cool names like Deep Weed, like Shadowrun. That's
Yeah.
my favorite.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yep, deep
Yeah.
weed is absolutely a thing.
No.
Deep Weed is like a mage buff. Like just mages
Maybe.
just smoke mad like weed
Depends on what you
too,
need.
and they just get like better dice for their spells. It's crazy.
Oh my god, it is a narcotic derived by Caribbean voodoo priests from an awakened form of kelp. I hate Shadowrun, god damn
Me
it.
too.
Yeah, no, Shadowrun is sometimes fucking miserable. So, did David Cage really cop the quote-unquote robots are labeled with triangles shit? So, yeah, this is the thing that genuinely pisses me off about this game, in using the whole kind of like triangle and armband imagery to identify a group of people. That's a very specific thing with historical imagery.
Put that on the spectrum of like robots are every marginalized group ever. Now robots are also Jewish people.
Mm-hmm. Very specifically, gay people were marked with pink triangles during the Holocaust, which, yeah.
Everything's bad about this game. Let's keep playing it, I guess.
I mean, you know, part of the conceit of the show, of the whole like, hey, we're talking about both.
You just tapped him. You just pet the trash can.
Good bit.
Yeah. You are like me, also trash.
Pat.
Yeah, you did.
Can I just leave? Can I just leave, please?
Walk
Don't
away.
leave.
Get on the bus. No.
No, it's not. This is invisible. Oh no, it's no invisible wall. Can't do it.
Dang. David, so much for choose your own adventure.
So,
No.
yeah, go ahead.
No, go on. No, you go ahead.
No, I was going to say, aside from the deep weed, what is your other experience with the cyberpunks?
Let me think. I really enjoyed. Let me think. There was this sort of like body horror cyberpunk game. I totally forget the name of. You're on this abandoned
good start down
science
here. I'll
facility,
head upstairs.
and there's
Do
like
what you
this
have to do, but stop
bio
bothering
horror
me.
infection that's spread loose, but also like you are like it's not Soma. It's like it's like a isometric survival game, or like more of a puzzle game.
Teleglitch? No.
So, which one?
Teleglitch? I'm assuming not. That's like a top-down shooter.
That is a name I recognise. I was going to be like, that sounds cool. Oh, it's a shooter. I can't physically do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that's
it's like it's got very interesting takes on transhumanism, mostly where it sort of like conflates bio horror with like the benefits of prosthetics and like cyberware. So there's like this interesting discussion where like this like sort of like the loony doctor of the whole facility is like, you know, why would we bother with cyberware that we create if we can just conjoin our bodies with this great alien being that wants us to grow?
That's a
like,
pretty toy.
to transcend our humanity.
What's its name?
And it's like the kind of, I think it's cyberpunk because it contrasts like this alien bioorganism with the technology level of cyberpunk. And it says like the robot arms are dumb, let's take the alien tentacle, which I really like.
Now that kind of body hacking is quite an interesting idea. Friend of the show, Paolo, who may or may not appear on some of the stuff we do in future. He is a big fan of biopunk as a genre, so like exploring. Oh, I have to move my controller around, so immersive. Exploring that kind of idea is definitely. I don't see that many games that do that. BioShock, I guess. But
Wait,
otherwise,
what's that magazine?
is it porn?
No, it's something else.
Also, I note character design wise, I noticed that Kara's eyes are not only larger but have very visible eye shines.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm loving Alita Battle Angel. I don't know about you guys.
I quite enjoyed Alita Battle Angel. That was a pretty good movie.
All sports.
Is it actually a good movie? I just kind of assumed that it was just like pandering to basically closet weebs.
I mean, so hang on a second, I need to cough. Yes-ish. I don't know why I'm reading this. I genuinely don't care. How can I put this down? There we go. Good. So the manga is the movie manages to do a surprisingly good job at following the manga. Also, for the love of God, don't leave your vinyl out flat. That is gonna warp them, you fool. So it manages to do the kind of accuracy to the manga quite well, and it is very, very shonen in that it's just kind of like cool people beating the ever-living shit out of each other, but it's fine because they're robots. But does a reasonable job at kind of, I don't know, making them feel like interesting people that you care about, and the movie does a reasonable job as that as well, but it also pushes a straight relationship that is relatively subtle or like not a big deal in the manga into a bigger deal in the movie, because of course. Also, it's a 12, which you wouldn't be able to tell from watching it, because there's a scene where the titular character Alita has several of her limbs removed. She's fighting a juggernaut of a kind of like villain. She leaps through the air, punches the villain in the eye up to her elbow, and yells in his face, "Fuck you," which it's a 12.
Yeah, no, 12-year-olds say fuck nowadays.
But yeah, because the robots aren't human, they managed to do a way more in terms of ooh.
Accuse you. Optional tasks. Do more boring shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, okay, skipping over this, I was going to be like, I don't care. Maybe I should
Robo
just
take
bother.
poopy?
Can robots poop?
Can Robo take poopy?
No.
Cross that off the list.
Yeah, let's honor the original way that Ruben conveyed this question. Can Robo do poopy? Can we put that on the questions we want to explore?
Maybe we'll see.
Listen, I am just like this is obviously a callback to new Danganronpa V3 where Kokichi asks Kibo, and Kibo is a robot character, do robots have dicks? And I think this is just like a really good philosophical follow-up to that query. You know, I think David Cage really explores sort of like the meta continuity of like sci-fi and robotics. No, I don't. I'm just kidding.
I guess there's a degree
Just
to
one
which
title for only need 2 minutes.
Danganronpa
Is that okay,
V3
Alice?
probably explores robots more than this game a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it says that Kibo just straight up is genderqueer. Like
That is
They
true.
say it himself. Like, I don't see myself as a man. I just like use he/him pronouns because it's convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you unlocked window.
I
You
did
also
unlock window.
unlocked adventure.
Do I get window DLC? Actually, did this
Yeah.
game get DLC? It feels like it's the kind of game that would get DLC.
You
It's
have
like
free
it's the kind
DLC?
of game that get pre-order DLC.
Yeah.
I don't think it got
Seems you like reading.
3 DLC. That's kind of a spoiler.
Mm,
But I don't know how much we care.
fair. I mean, this seems like the kind of game where the DLC would be like, yes, you get to see Kara in a French-made outfit. Which,
Yeah, I was just gonna say, oh, now she's wearing like the white mage outfit, except it's skimpier.
Mm-hmm. Can I interact with you, or is this just an endless animation of thing?
I kind of hate the fact that that's like a genuinely cute plush.
Yeah. I like, again, the graphic design of this game. It's good.
I like how the robot has like, how do I connect with this peculiar being, the child?
You would figure, at minimum, they would, like, service or assistance robots. Oh, I actually have to finish the task that I pretended was too difficult to do. You would have figured that, robots that are designed to do this particular job would be able to kind of have the how to interact with humans on a basic level protocol pre-installed, but...
But hey, David Cage is just, doesn't think a lot.
It's true to life. I don't know how to interact with children.
That's true. Maybe Kara's relatable AF.
Wow. For the first time, I'm able to explore what it's like to be a girl. Thanks, David Cage.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
I don't know. This video game would be a 10 out of 10, but I have to play as a woman, and I just can't empathize with.
Hey, at least she's white.
I'm just thinking about the flip side, and I feel so bad for anyone who had their egg cracked by this game. Like that is like one of the worst ways to have your egg cracked.
Yeah, just being like, yes, I see, I missed the potato chip.
Can a robot eat potato?
So that's depending on the piece of media, robots can and can't eat depending. Let's see. Pluto, like the manga, which is very good and very sad, and I recommend reading.
There's no, don't leave yet. There's a very interesting optional thing we can find in this room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. In there. No, go closer to the drawer, I think.
I found a gun earlier. Yeah, that was pointed out to me incidentally. It's like, ooh,
Oh yeah.
there is gun, and
Yeah.
I guess I could be, because this game is all about the kind of, are you a saint or do you eat babies alive kind of route, and I don't know. Can I just shoot this guy? Should I just shoot this guy?
Do you want the answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Because in real life, I fucking hate guns and wish games had less of them. So I probably won't do a gun thing. But I guess it's interesting that you can just shoot them.
Kneel before child.
I'm sure we used to be friends
Do
before I was
diplomacy
reset.
with the kid.
Maybe we can be friends again.
Hey Alice, what do you think about the Japan
Your father said you
island
chose my
split?
name. Kara.
What?
It's nice.
Alice is
How did you
now
choose it?
warm.
She is.
You
I
should tell me about
I-
yourself.
I would have loved
What
it
you like to
if
do,
Kara
where
just
you like to
said the
go,
word you picked
your
literally
favorite
like
foods.
factual.
That would really help me.
Alice is now overclocked.
like the fucking like the
Okay.
robot from KOTOR.
I can see you want some space. I'll
Like,
leave you alone.
Query. I hate you.
Yeah, I can tell that this is the game where if I ask her about her mother, she's just gonna flip the fuck out. So, ooh,
You unlocked child path.
I unlocked child, which, that's a concern.
Oh, I don't like that.
No,
Oh,
it's
Oh my,
not.
what? Okay, that explains why that's like the platonic ideal of a key.
Child.
This is actually Kingdom Hearts.
Hello,
Yeah.
Pineapple. It's good to see you.
Kingdom Become Human is Detroit.
Kingdom Become Human. I mean, I have no reason to play Kingdom Hearts 3 on this stream, but goodness if I don't. Bloody love that game. That game was good.
Who's ready to analyze some child psychology art?
That feels like a photograph that doesn't look like the 3D models in this game, but okay.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, I guess that's supposed to be the dad, maybe. Oh, hey, that's my favorite Mortal Kombat character.
Oh,
no.
This is how I died last time. I can
that's
tell.
Not you, I think.
It feels like it's the kind of thing where I'd be hit in the head and... Oh no, is this child?
This child.
Rip. Hello, Paolo.
Hey, it's Paolo.
How's it going? We were talking about Biopunk earlier. Which...
No.
Oh no, my arm is gone.
Looks like we were not hit by car, we were hit by human car.
We were hit by Car Dad.
Car Dad.
That's why our name is Kara.
Oh my god. David Cage, you genius.
You've done it again.
It's like a Phoenix. It's like Phoenix Wright naming.
God bless this child for drawing like a relatively clearly illustrated history of what happened to this character's tragic backstory that we forgot.
Yeah, this child just took like creative writing 101.
It's
like how to set up a narrative.
Immersive storytelling.
This child is David Cage.
I mean, author insert.
Would that we could all be David Cage, am I right, fellas?
What are you doing?
I'm playing.
Hon intensifies. Oh, actually, on that note, hon.
Dad's a low life. Huh? Fucking
That's
loser.
the only time I'll do that.
Can't get a job, take care of his
Why
family.
Why is this guy
Don't you
taking
think I
every
tried to make
opportunity
things
to
work?
berate this child?
Because
But
we
whatever
have
I
to
do, if
understand
someone comes
that
along,
this
they
guy
just
is
fuck
the
it all
villain
up.
because he's poor and upset,
I know what you think of me.
and he's the abused child.
You hate me,
Oh,
don't you?
so the opening cutscene of
You hate me!
the opening cutscene of this game, where you talk down a robot who's clearly stressed out and has somebody in a hostage situation. You manage to talk them down to the position where they let go of the hostage themselves, and the NPCs shoot him instead, and I was very
You
angry.
know I love you.
Yeah, that's not how hostage situations work.
But he's not people, so it's fine.
Beep boop. I see child abuse, but I'm Robo. Oh.
So let's go and revisit our bingo cards.
Well, we definitely got the mundane everyday QTEs.
Yes.
Let's see. Magic minority. That's not how people talk. I don't know. Maybe a little bit.
I think like the guy like screaming basically what the psychologist will tell you at his own kid is that's not talk.
Yeah.
Like this guy's like the same way that the kid was drawing like, this is what happened to you, Kara. You got hit and destroyed. This guy's like screaming like, I am traumatized and I have to take it out on Chops.
Ooh.
Like
Paolo is in a position to join the call.
Yay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, Sam said he'd probably be coming shortly. He said that somewhere. Hey, he'll probably be coming on soon.
Yay, we have many friends.
More people for this train wreck. Okay, so
Hello.
Greetings.
Hello.
I cannot. Oh, there you are. Hi, hello.
How do I sound?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome.
And now that we're all here, it's time for Nightclub Junkie 2.
Yay!
That's true. All three of you were on a tabletop RPG session that I ran, so the warriors are all back together.
We be here again.
All the inside jokes. Gosh.
Yeah.
How are you, Paolo?
I'm all right. I'm a little fatigued from the incredibly hot day we've been having in Great Britain.
Yeah.
Yes. I am in a tank top today and have a gigantic like a thwarp fan to keep myself cool. Because goodness me.
Twitch standards forbid me from stating how I'm dressed, so carry on.
Absolutely.
Oh, Nathan, hand Paolo a copy of the bingo.
Oh yes. So Paolo, if you go and look in the on-air chat channel, two things. If you click the link at the top, that will give you screen share with the rest of us, so you can see at the same rate that we are instead of Twitch's slightly delayed speed.
Oh, that's very. Oh, so I can turn my PlayStation off. Wonderful.
And also there is a link there to detroitbingo.cards/randomcard.html. Right, this is the scene that I actually thought was really good.
Yeah. God, look at all these. Okay, I know, like, the wealth disparity that David Cage loves is like, good people get to live in big expensive houses, bad people are poor and leave chips everywhere.
That is definitely a thing that this game does. This is definitely one of those things where it's like look at the oppression, wow, cool robot. But I really like the design of this house. Well, it's a bit garish. Like, what is this?
I don't feel like the last house should have been able to afford a robot.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, he's obviously not having a great financial situation, but still, like, I can dish out. What's the robot cost?
More than a bag of potatoes.
It's established that new robots cost around 9K, and pre-used robots are about 2K.
Still, that's a lot of money. Oh, hey, the Robo-Birds are here.
I like the Robo-Birds.
Yeah, best characters in the game.
Oh man, I want Robo-Birds.
How long have you been playing for?
I've been playing for about an hour. Yeah, I skipped some of the opening cutscenes, but we've been playing pretty slow, talking about, you know, the scenery, the plot.
I've only ever heard this game described as like racism explained for people who really don't understand that it exists yet.
Well, I mean, Obama became president, so I don't see how we can have any racism anymore. It just doesn't make sense. We fixed it.
It's true.
Oh, I didn't catch that news article.
That's a very charitable view of this game, man. I don't understand it.
I mean, I'm sure David Cage intended for the noblest reading to be, I'm going to educate the children, but,
oh my god.
Yeah.
I think it was someone's dad played it or something, and their dad was like, oh, the sad part is there are some people out there who really need it explained this blatantly to them. But I didn't hear good reviews of the game.
I mean, the game is incredibly pretty. I mean, look at this shit, but...
Yeah, it's pretty.
I'm
not here to slate it, I've never played it. Like...
I mean, we're here to slate it, it's fine.
Oh, okay then, you'll do it for me.
We're the Dunk Squad, don't worry.
Old man.
Good morning, Carl.
Old men running
It's 10 a.m.
The electronic old men.
54 degrees.
Warning.
80% humidity with a strong possibility
I'll send
of
word
afternoon
within
showers.
6 months.
It sounds like a good day to spend in bed.
Desperate.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I
This
did
is
go pick up
definitely a
paint this
thing
morning.
where
Oh, yes.
that paint's
God.
good. I like that
That is
painting.
the difference
There's a
between
man
you
in
and
bed and
me,
it's telling you
right,
to
Marcus?
administer his medicine.
Yeah.
I've
Never
seen this
forget
movie
anything.
before.
You
I
are...
thought you were saying there's a man in bed and he's telling you to admit it.
Okay, so like the choice is
No.
either fuck old men
Carl.
or euthanize him? Oh no.
Thank you.
I mean,
That's a false dichotomy.
who are we to question their relationship, to be honest? So, okay, this game, the reputation that this game has is a queer relationship between, like, a robot cop and a meat space
such
cop.
a fragile machine.
And that's boring as heck. Hi, Sam. Hello.
So quickly.
Hello.
All
I
this
hear
effort.
there are some
Keep 'em going.
robots.
There are
racism
indeed
in here.
robots.
Yeah, Sam, have you heard of racism
What
before?
happened to your clothes?
You know, I hear it's
Oh, it's not.
bad.
Oh,
And I
Oh,
hear
buddy,
that
we're gonna
video
help you out.
games can talk
What
about
a
it.
bunch of idiots.
Just heard about this racism thing?
They
Kinda
think
sucks.
they can
Yeah,
stop
that sucks.
progress by roughing up a few
Okay, let me see if I can get
androids.
this appearance thing working. Oh, cool. There it is.
I hope they didn't
Nathan, I
harm
need you to like
Oh,
when
no, no.
when
They
Marcus
just
picks
pushed me
up
around,
the old
Carl.
man, just don't move.
I'm fine.
Okay.
It'll like the game
I'll take you to the
assumes that you'll do the QTEs immediately,
Mhm.
and when you don't, it looks like a circus.
No. Oh no! It won't go back down to 0. Okay, cool. I was
Pick up the man.
So okay, this
Yeah.
this
You might be wondering how I got here.
I was just gonna make that joke.
Basically, okay, yes. So this is what I was saying earlier before Sam rudely joined this call and we had to welcome him warmly. So, a lot of the takeaway that people have about this game is the relationship between the game super doesn't care. Oh my god! So I could just put the controller down while I talk about gay video games. Sit down and listen for a moment. So yes, the thing that the fandom seem to take away from this game is a relationship between a cop android and the cop's handler, and apparently they're super gay and absolutely love each other, but for the most part of the game they don't really interact with each other in a way that reads as romantic at all. However, this circumstance where it genuinely feels that this carer, ignoring the fact that they're an android, but this carer generally and wholeheartedly cares about their charge rather than it being a job, and I'm like, that's heartwarming. I would read the novel about this.
Yeah, and I guess this kind of like destroys what I like expect going in. Is like mostly like female or female coded android taking up this sort of quote unquote feminine labor. But here we have, and I guess a male like black android taking care of a man. It's like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's good.
they managed to, because this could be, having the previous scene be about that really one-sided abusive relationship between the android and their quote-unquote owner. It seems that this relationship is actually like relatively equal. Spoilers. What? Oh, I see. Thanks.
Under 8 seconds. Twitch, don't ban me.
Uh-huh. But yeah,
Stop walking.
just with the 1 foot partially up.
I wish you could reverse the walking too.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Where are you taking?
We're gonna moonwalk, old man.
Please help! I've been kidnapped.
I like this.
You're so strong.
Go slower.
God, there's so much gameplay happening right now.
So much game.
you freeze in mid.
This is nothing like a movie. He is interacting and part of the scene, and that's beautiful.
Yeah, I feel so involved.
If this were a Bethesda game, you'd equip the old man to your hands.
So I have to ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
What is the economy like
Anything
in this
special
world
on the agenda
where
today?
people don't
Yes,
need
there's
this
the
job?
opening of your retrospective.
We
at the
have
Museum
robots
of
to
Modern
do
Art.
this.
Can you spin him
Left 4
around?
messages asking to confirm.
Nah, yeah, a little bit.
Oh, there you go.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, I
later.
wanted his.
Just your usual fan.
no.
I think the
I've
economy
already
is like
answered.
there's homeless people and a lot of protests going like, androids are taking our
Any news from
jobs.
Leo?
So like,
Yeah.
it's bad.
No.
But there's a lot of really stark
I can
wealth
call him if you
disparity,
like.
but the game
No.
doesn't really talk about it in any practical
Oh,
terms,
yeah.
really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
What,
so
you're gonna
far,
like probably push him down the stairs?
No.
kill old man. So far, like robots have sort of gotten the historical analogy for oppressed minorities so far, which is enslaved people, black people in America, Jewish people, and queer people, and the list goes on and on.
All
So
of
robots
them
are basically
at once.
super oppressed.
The oppression Voltron, if you will.
Oh boy.
Form the Megazord of
Starving.
structural
Well, your
racism.
breakfast is ready. Bacon and eggs, just the way you like them.
Thank you, Mark.
Right.
You're
Why
welcome.
do I have to put Carl?
I hope if this has come up on the stream earlier, let me know. But have any of you seen the quote from David Cage where he's like, "Detroit Become Human is the game that taught me that games can be art," or something to that effect. Like he said that about his
hate it.
own game.
Also, if it took him this long, like...
You know, his 5th game to realize that games could maybe be art.
I think it wasn't games can be art, but he walked right up to saying that, like it was like that games can tell a meaningful story. Let me see if I can find the exact quote.
How I cook.
Before Detroit Become Human, it was like, I don't know what I'm doing. It's not art.
Also, this is a really nice piece of athleisure Marcus is wearing. I would wear this.
Yeah, I can totally see you in that.
Oh.
Fake.
No.
No. No, no, no.
No. Maybe? No.
Oh, no. I touched it. I don't want it.
I love that this place is so bougie. It has the whole kind of like, ah yes, a silver dome to cover the food. Like that's a thing people actually do.
But you know the old dude has a heart because his cup has a smiley face on it. Somebody made
yeah. If I may read the actual David Cage tweet. Everyone try to not like just pass out from the pretension of it all. Hashtag Detroit Become Human changed me forever. It proved to me that video games didn't have to be about killing people. They could evoke complex themes and subtle emotions, resonate differently with different people.
You absolutely kill people in this game. Are you kidding?
Yeah, so many people die.
It's so heavy.
Do you want this food? Oh man, do you want this? No, no, no.
That's why I'm saying lying is the most fun you can have about taking your clothes off, but it's better if you do.
Okay, we did it.
Thank you. Somebody replied to this tweet.
Television.
Somebody replied to this tweet, quote, subtle emotions, and then in all caps, you had the robots relegated to a special section at the back of the bus, Cage. Very subtle.
That is absolutely a scene you see in this game.
Also, remember in Indigo where he put himself in the game dancing with like the in-game stripper model? Yeah, that's the thing. You can look it up on YouTube. He's like he made his like animators and modelers make him, put him in the game, and then formulate and code a dance scene with the sexy stripper woman.
Oh, it's
and
like
they're just going kooky in the living room.
Is this the game where there's like a female stripper doing like a full like gymnastics thing, and then a male stripper next to her just going side to side like the shepherd?
Yeah.
Yep, that's this game.
So, like, the male androids or like the male sexpods are just like stepping on ants. That's all they do. That's
finally someone understands what I like.
Are we cool to swear on this?
Oh yeah. This is a mature stream. It's all good.
I have done a lot already. So.
Oh, and
it wasn't a stripper. It was the female protagonist in her underwear.
That's even better.
Oh.
Let's not forget that Ellen Page was, without her consent, put nude in the game.
No.
Yep.
In Beyond Two Souls, that's absolutely a thing you can do. Also, as much as I like this character, or at least my death of the author reading is I like this relationship, sure is a whole bunch of fucking animal skins in dystopian future where these animals are probably extinct. But okay.
It's Blade Runner, it's all faux. Like she's got that snake, like, you know. You can click a switch on that giraffe and it'll turn on.
3D printed giraffe, do it.
3D printed giraffe.
Oh, wait, Nathan, wait, this
shit.
locks you in.
No, it's fine. I know I could play chess with him or something, but I want to play piano. Ooh, I'm going to play something intimate.
Intimate.
Gotta take my time. I have to rub the touch screen. Yeah, there we go.
Tickling the ivories.
Oh man, this is
What the fuck? It's like the karaoke minigame in Yakuza.
In the future, they will have Rocksmith for piano, and it will be weird.
I genuinely don't understand what this readout is supposed to represent in terms of the keys I would hit.
Yeah, that looks really unhelpful.
But he's doing it.
Is it MIDI?
Basically,
it looks like a piano roll, but none of the notes are like kind of separated.
Is he?
Yeah, like what kind of note chart could you read with this whole kind of like overlapped on the far right? Like, ooh, I wonder what buttons I will hit next. This
is like a weird DNA chart.
It kind of makes a weird sense if you think about piano music.
I guess it's supposed to represent the stave, but... Ooh.
I need to decipher this.
Now,
I must
one
know.
could argue that this looks really weird because it's meant for an android to read, who would be able to like detect the really subtle differences in height. But
You know, at the same
but the
time,
android could also just be reading sheet music.
yeah, and the android doesn't like. If you're gonna do this for an android, just have them like plug into the piano or like get the notes over Wi-Fi instead of having a visual display.
Mm-hmm.
That sucked, Marcus.
Something's changed in the way you play.
Yeah.
Something has changed. You've
Sometimes
gotten a
I
lot
think you have
worse.
more humanity than most humans.
What's he from?
Wow. What if robot
One day I
was
won't be here to
already
take care of
human
you
and was
anymore.
more than you?
You'll have to protect yourself
Not
and make your
human anymore.
choices.
I
Just
think
decide
you're more
who you
than
want
meets the eye, and then he turns
And
on
want
the
to
car.
become. This world doesn't like those who are different. Mark.
Uh-huh.
God.
Don't let
Oh.
them
Uh-huh.
change me.
Let me
Wait a
tell you
minute.
Let's go to the
Marcus,
Hang on.
Racism.
I'm picking up
That shit
subtle
sucks.
emotions.
Oh yes, these are the most subtle of emotions. I mean, okay. Again, in a different game, this would be so wholesome. I would be all about this, but it just feels hollow and gross under the context that this thing is in.
He's like, basically he's going like, Marcus, Google racism for me. Like, oh my god. That sucks.
Simple English Wikipedia for racism. Wiki how to understand racism.
Oh my god.
I wish I
my
had an art
goodness.
studio like this.
Yeah.
Oh my god, if
my
I could
God.
work in a space like
Me
this.
sideways.
Jesus.
Damn. He even has
Credit to the team that modeled this. They did a beautiful job.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, this game is beautiful.
Yeah, like I think like Quantum, whatever the team name is, Quantum something.
Quantum Dream.
Yeah, deserves a better director.
Yeah, this seems like a group of very talented people fulfilling a very bad vision.
Let's see where we left off.
My goodness.
Remove the sheet.
Marcus, let me go. Let me down.
Because I'm just picturing, what if that crane was just Marcus's arm?
I'm
Marcus
in.
eats some spinach. He Popeyes him up there.
Assuming direct control.
Also, like, to a degree, this character uses a wheelchair, and the game doesn't really make a big deal of it all. It's just a thing that has to happen as part of their day-to-day life, and that's nice. And these are the times where I can tell that there's more than one writer in this game, because this is clever and nuanced in a way that the rest of the game is not, until there's a certain part in this scene where it becomes not nuanced at all, and we're going to see it in like a minute.
In the design docs, you have like the blocks of David Cage that he's responsible for, and they're like marked with racism happening, and everything in between is like, gotta fix this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. The representation of him being in a wheelchair really does matter. I know it's beautiful that it's in this game, but I feel like he had a lot of money for a robot and/or robot legs.
Yeah, there's no
Robot.
there's no cyberware in this game, as far as I'm aware.
Nope.
Okay.
It's that piece of technology doesn't exist yet.
That's cool. No, I just more in the sense that like, if they can make people robots. Like, but yeah. Also, but no, great that he's just in a wheelchair.
He did like 2 brush strokes, and he's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
This is hard.
What's your
Looking it up, Marcus.
You say that like I haven't had days where I've like written
there
2
is
paragraphs
something
and been
about
like, nope, hate it.
Something I
Yeah.
I mean,
Quite
don't
defined.
brag. 2 paragraphs. I sometimes only get a sentence.
I guess I like it.
I'd kill for a
The
line.
truth is,
I wish sometimes editing podcasts was easier than it
Each day
was
that goes
being
by
kind of like,
brings me closer to the
this
end.
episode I can tell that
Just
I am
an
not
old
operating at
man
100% and I
clinging to
can't
his
listen
brush.
to myself back. This is torture. So yeah, no, I feel
enough
this guy.
about
I
me.
understand his
see if
2
you
strokes and I'm
now.
done. But
Give
don't
it a try. Try painting
Paint,
something.
buddy, paint.
Oh.
Yeah.
Paint? What would I?
Follow your dreams.
Painting what?
But me,
Anything you
robot.
want.
I can't do
Give
art.
it a try.
wholesome.
Yeah,
That's
this is
fine.
look at that smile. Who taught that robot how to smile? They can do that.
I look down, then I look back up, and I see him picking up the pallet, and I thought he was picking up a pizza for a moment.
Fine, it's so
Marcus,
good.
take this. Take this
His name.
calzone.
The afro.
Can I paint? I can't paint him. I'm mad. I want to paint Carl. That's bullshit. Fine. Paint the statue.
Paint humanity. What would a robot think of humanity?
Is he literally just printing it like a printer?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, Marcus is like from his mouth.
That
just
is
like,
a perfect copy
here you go. It's art.
of reality.
I took a photo.
Painting
From
is
toe
not
to tip,
about
it's art.
replicating the world. It's about interpreting
Just like
and
Bart.
improving on it. Showing
Every so
something
often
you
I watch
see.
that episode of Monster Factory again, just to kind of warm my own heart.
I can't get over Knife Dad. Knife Dad was the...
Oh, I haven't watched Knife Dad in forever.
Grab that.
Yes. That and Adult Cool,
train,
that
but it's always on
PSO2.
time, if you know what I mean. Adult Cool is very good.
Do something for me.
Close my
Close
eyes.
your eyes.
Channel my spirit.
Trust me. Try to imagine something that doesn't exist. Something you've never seen. Now concentrate
Look at that facial
on how
rendering.
it makes
That's
you
something
feel.
I'm very looking forward
And
to.
let your hand
Nice
drift
borders.
across the canvas.
If this game, when this game's PC port is released, I cannot wait for all the joke mods to come out.
Humanity. Empathy. I don't know. I am.
Just draws a little smiley face.
I am always of the whole like androids and like humans working together in harmony perspective. I don't know. I'm a futurist like that. I think it's possible.
What if like Marcus draws himself like it's like as if it's a child's drawing and it's just him holding like his dad's hand. That would be.
They're like stick figures with a little house. I love it.
Little box house, yeah.
Also, yeah, I feel like dystopic sci-fi sometimes is the easy way out, and writing really good optimistic sci-fi, like.
Oh, that's.
Oh, I see that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, you're taking my job, Marcus.
Art direction in this game owns. However, this guy does not own.
Hey, Dad.
We really missed a trick by not saying just like Bart.
Yeah. I didn't hear you come in.
I was
it's
in the
my son
neighborhood.
who I
I
hate.
thought I'd stop by.
I'm gonna leave the room.
Been
for
a
a
while,
second.
right?
I'll be right back.
See you in a sec.
You all right? You don't look so good.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
Dad,
yeah,
I'm
fine.
fucked up on drugs.
Hey, listen.
Oh, how could
Actually,
you tell?
yeah, this is exactly the same character archetype as the other guy.
What happened
Yeah.
to the money I
It's
just
just
gave you?
younger.
It just goes.
Oh, you better not be homeless. That's because that's twice as bad.
Yeah, you're on it again, aren't you?
No. I
He's
swear it's
smoking
not
the
that.
deep
God,
weed.
don't lie to me, Leo.
What difference does it make? I just need some cash. That's all.
They got this new drug. It's
Sorry.
called Weed 2, the sequel to
The
Weed.
answer is no.
What? Why?
You know why.
Weed 2, weed harder.
Yeah, I think I do know why.
Deep
What if you
weed.
could?
You'd rather take
You
care
can
of your
absolutely
plastic
vape
toy
weed,
here
are
than
you
your own
kidding?
son, right? Tell me, Dad,
Also,
what's,
a
what's he
vape
got that I
flavor
don't?
for like to load up
Smarter?
your jewel with ocean
More
water.
obedient?
Right?
Right?
That is just like
You
becoming
know
a
what?
modern.
This thing is
That's
not your
like
son.
incensing the room
It's a
with
fucking
some like
machine.
east corner.
Leo,
Looks like
that's
it's another plane,
enough.
but like you just load up your vape.
Enough.
With, I don't know, hemlock.
Oh god, you've reminded
You
me
don't
of
care about
fucking
anything except
Arlen the
yourself and your
horny
goddamn
wizard
paintings.
from Hypnospace Outlaw.
You've never loved anyone.
Yeah.
You never loved me, Dad.
That character was great, and their plot arc ends surprisingly
loved me.
soon.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Art Wizard.
Art Wizard survives that game.
Does he?
Yeah, they survived that video game, but
Well, good. We don't need any less Art Wizards in this world. The painter.
I can only aspire to be an art wizard.
You already are, Nathan.
Oh, thank you.
Which
Yeah.
definition of wizard are we going with?
I mean, okay. I mean, I would generally prefer the term art witch because I'm of the belief that any gender of person can be a witch. But you know, I didn't want to get too deep
By
into
Mystic
it.
Lilies today.
They don't know
Kickstarter
about
coming.
Mystic Lilies yet, but I will definitely stream Mystic Lilies on stream. That is a tabletop RPG coming up soon that I will absolutely stream.
Oh, we're Twink now. Robo Twonk. Hello.
But he's such a wooby, you guys.
Oh my god. Did you see that coin? It's Twisted Fate from League of Legends.
Wow, no robots allowed. It's also segregation.
Segregation.
I'm back and I have whiskey.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
If I get too fresh, let me know.
No, it's all good. I even though this is the kind of, I don't know. Do we want to take an ad break to refresh drinks? Maybe. I'll think about it.
Oh, it's that kind of stream. Okay.
I mean, this game is this game.
Why don't we record RPGs like this?
We did, and then we're never going to do it again.
Oh man, I want to hear what happened off air.
I mean, you heard the episode, Will. You listened
which one
to.
was that?
The one of London Fashion Week.
That explains so much.
Yeah.
You have to go back and rename that.
Okay,
episode.
that being said, that was some of my favorite Nano Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much.
Nano Ranger is a precious being. I will protect.
Thank you. He needs protecting.
Sorry, Nathan. You first have to do phrenology on all.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Oh my god.
Got to scan that
Basically,
face.
what's happening?
Mm-hmm. So, if any of these guys are juggalos with face paint, I wouldn't be able to recognize them.
I love that.
True.
Got that baffling.
I already know which character it is, even if I didn't know, like, the only character whose face you can't see.
Yeah.
But,
I love that this guy went to Comic-Con in costume as his character as well. That made me really happy.
Oh, no, there was... Oh, the actor, I see. Yeah.
He's just really sweet to the fans as well. Even though it's like dubious elements of the game, he's just like, I love dogs. And I'm like, yay!
Yeah, no, Connor was a very popular cosplay choice the year this game came out.
I have to pitch something now, and I'm deadly serious. I feel like we need an all Juggalo episode of the talent agency. I know that the audience can't see the face paint, but
they'll hear it.
They'll hear it, yeah, of course.
I mean, there's definitely been streams where I've had very elaborate makeup on, but Juggalo is a little bit beyond my kind of painting abilities.
They said you were probably having a drink nearby. I was lucky to find you at the 5th bar.
What do you want?
Here it is. Here's
you were assigned a case early this evening.
The Yowie Zowie.
A homicide.
Oh my
involving
god,
a cyberlife android.
Which one is the Uke and which one is the Seme, guys?
Specialized model to assist investigators.
Hank is
well, I don't need any assistance.
Sorry, I don't.
Especially not from a plastic asshole like you. Just be a good little robot and get the fuck out of here.
Hank is the Uke and Connor is the Clappet.
Listen, I think you should stop drinking and come with me. It'll make life easier for both.
No, it did. I chuckled. I guess that wasn't picked up on mic.
Oh, alright then. My heart broke. I just could hear it shatter live on it.
I'm sorry, Lieutenant, but I must insist. My instructions stipulate that I have...
So, which one of you is the tank and which one of you is the hero?
No.
Yeah, what would Connor would be, I think drinks DPS?
Never.
That hair, I can't... Hank's hair bothers me.
Don't spill his drink. Fuck this guy.
I think we can go now.
You prick. Whoa. What's stopping me from knocking you out?
I like how the game had to tell you. Hank is hostile, by the way, in case you couldn't notice.
For your information, I'm worth a small fortune.
Because, okay.
For your information, I'm worth a small fortune. Oh my god.
You can afford.
The way that I'm playing this game, because loads of people are kind of like, oh yes, I'm going to get into Hank's sensibilities and make him love me. It's like, he's a drunkard cop, he should do his job or get the fuck out. So
he's drunk and robo-racist. Fuck him.
Yeah.
I have no intention of being nice to
hang
Hank.
on. Just to be clear, fuck him or fuck him?
Fuck him.
That one.
He's not like he's not a good older man here.
I mean, we already saw the wholesome artist guy.
That's
You wait here.
Who has been like marked for death. So like.
No way. I'm coming
We've
with
got to
you.
get it in early.
Listen, you really have to stop pissing me off if you want to make it through the rest of the night. in one
I mean,
piece.
I'm sure that fan fiction exists. Looking up on AO3 after this stream is done, absolutely not. Get out of the motherfucking car. Out of the whip.
I had so much stuff to do tonight, this is by far the best way I can understand
I'm not confirming anything.
So, as long as I suppose you don't want to repeat yourself, what are your thoughts about Bioshock?
Yeah, just kind of talking about how the kind of alternative to Cyberpunk in ways that humanity might modify themselves for the greater good, but instead of replacing it with, machinery, replacing it with other organics, because that might be technically easier depending
We were starting to think you weren't going to show.
reality that the fiction takes place in. There was a piece of fiction specifically you talked about. It was like, I can't remember the name of the video game.
Very funny. Just tell me what happened.
A video game that was kind of like, oh yeah, no, replacing ourselves with Cthulhu is actually a better bet than trying to replace ourselves with machinery. And to be honest, Dishonored might do that.
No, kind of, not really.
Yeah, because I brought up like Bioshock, and I'm like, maybe that's Cyberpunk, kinda.
Aggravated assault.
Bioshock.
According to the neighbors, he was kind of a loner.
That for the longest time has been the benchmark of whether my computer is
Stayed
actually
inside
good or
most of the
not.
time, they
I
hardly
finally
ever
have a
saw.
computer that can definitely run Bioshock 1, and I have no intention of doing so.
Out in the middle of the night. Waited till
Oh my god.
Red ice.
Ooh. But the normal
I'd say
ice is
being there
bad
for a good
enough.
few
Victim
weeks.
used
No
drugs.
more than the
Hang on, red. Right, okay. That's meth.
coroner gets here.
I am
There's
that.
a kitchen knife over here. Probably the murder
No,
weapon.
you're not.
Yeah.
Any sign of a
I was
break-in?
gonna say, are you picking up on the fact that he says,
Nope.
I am alive,
The
but
landlord
he's
said
not
the front
alive?
door was locked from the
Subtle
inside.
illusion.
All the
Yeah,
windows were
although
boarded
that
up.
is
The killer
in
must have
like
gone out the back way.
perfect font. It is
What
a
do we know
different
about his
character.
Android?
They just happen to be
Not
other
much.
poor
The neighbors
drug
confirmed he
users in
had
this
one,
game.
but he wasn't here when we arrived.
David Cage, like,
I gotta
his
get some air.
this is a person
Make yourself at home.
who is bad. Like,
I'll be outside
he
if you
just
need.
loves portraying like evil people as fat and addicted to something, or like being poor. Like those are his villains. And he's not a good writer at all.
What? What are
Yeah,
you talking about?
I'm very kind of reminded of Lovecraft, of kind of like people who scare me are clearly the worst.
Hey, okay, Google Lovecraft cat name.
Oh yeah, the way that Connor does
Oh,
biometric
Jesus, what the hell are you
scanning is
doing?
just by licking
I'm
it.
analyzing the blood. I can
This
check
is
samples in
why-
real time.
This is why
I'm
he's
sorry.
Joshi bait.
I should have warned you.
Okay, just don't put any more evidence in your mouth. You got it?
Ew.
Got it.
I don't know what this is, and I might be happy.
Fucking hell, I can't believe this shit.
I feel the same way.
Dried blood. Kel Surprise. Over 19 days old. Okay, this was forever ago.
Hank was drinking in the bar for that long.
I feel like you could have had a nicer jacket.
Each
I don't
letter is
like that.
perfect.
I know it's very characteristic, but
The jacket that Hank wears or the jacket that Connor wears?
It's way too neat, no
Robocop.
human.
Yeah,
like this.
yeah. He's unfortunately
Chris,
forced
was this
to
written in
wear
the
a
victim's
triangle
blood?
and an armband
I
so
would
people
say
know
so.
that he's a robot
We're taking
person.
samples for analysis.
maybe give me some Dante Devil May Cry jacket level.
Oh,
Yeah.
You mean like
Red
Virgil
Ice.
from DMC,
Seems our
who has like the
friend
kind
Carlos
of
liked
like
to party.
quilted blue trench coat kind of vibe.
I zigged and used that. You listen back.
Oh, open up the bingo
Chris, I
card.
want
It's
full
robot
analysis
sex
on the
bots.
narcotics.
Consider it
I
done,
didn't
Lieutenant.
open the bingo card. I
Ooh, I
We also got giant lavish apartments from last scene.
Oh, very true. I don't have that on my bingo card actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which one is the bingo card?
Oh, it is. Let's see. What's the URL again? DetroitBingo.cards.
Oh, it's its own thing. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay.
And then there's one for random, so it gives you a little randomized selection.
Screenshot. This app is great. Why don't I use this app?
Discord's pretty cool. I mean, sometimes it's like a whole mess of connection issues, but sometimes it's like, it's like Slack for nerds.
Alright, Connor, lick the dirt.
Lick the dirt. Do it.
On your knees.
Is that the
Door
guy
was
who made
locked
the
from the
game?
inside.
Image
Door must have gone out this way.
Yes.
Okay.
There are no
That's
footprints
his
apart
David
from
Cage.
Officer Collins' size 10 shoes.
Yeah, he looks like I imagine.
Well, this happened weeks ago.
I
Tracks
do
could fade.
kind of like Connor's like carbon fiber tie.
This type of soil would retain a trace.
Yeah.
Nobody's been out here
Did
for
they
a
say
long
become
time.
human in this game?
I wonder.
Did they say the words?
I think they do because it's in quotes.
Oh, they can't say the words.
So I believe the bingo cards were made before they played through the game. So some of these are guesses based on the previous.
Two best friends like played all of David Cage's games. The like props to them. Like I couldn't do that. And like based on their experiences with David Cage's works, they just like did like episode 0 of their Detroit Human LP and said like, okay, what is gonna happen? And they made like 60 bingo things based on.
Did you have Robo sexual abuse in there? Because
What a
This is good.
headline!
We'll get there.
Oh, so I've crossed out Robo Drums. That's all I've got.
Yeah, because we had red eyes. Oh.
Sorry, ladies, but plastic can't be beat. Just projectile vomits.
Wow. I like
Because I don't know. The only gender you will have sex with ever is ladies. Fucking.
Yeah, like I like how this is complete. Like this is a like from the point of view of a straight man, because David Cage can't ever
Process the idea of anything else.
So it's like robo sex bots would be for men and no one else. So ladies would not have a
Because
man.
of course, ladies do not know what sex is.
No, exactly. That's right.
They are chaste, but also whores. You know how it be.
Just how we like them, of course.
A knife is missing. How
Okay,
very
that's my coffee.
Super Danganronpa V2.
I like my favorite joke in a video game is the World of Warcraft / joke for dwarves. Because for both genders it's a joke about beer. For the women it's I like my men like I like my beer, dark and rich. And then the men go, in a very sitcom fashion, I like my beer like I like my women, stout and bitter. Which is awful, but also very telling.
I mean, I like my men like I like my beer, Belgian blonde and a little fruity. So.
Nice.
Nice.
I like sours and really dark beers, so I don't know how to make that a joke.
A dent.
Wow. Yeah, this is a bat, confirmed.
He's not licking the bat. What's going
Okay,
on
so
here?
visually this is cool. I do like the little kind of like a.
Oh,
simulation. We're playing super hot now.
Oh, yes.
Doing the Charleston.
Oh my god, this guy's going wild.
He's doing male stripper moves according to this game.
Yeah. He's stepping on hands. Look at him go.
Oh, going for it.
Uh-oh.
Reminding
Yeah, can we
me
just
that-
get some big band jazz over this?
Yeah, Benny Hill sax.
We'll add it in post. It's fine.
Emotional shock. Oh my god, I'm a robot. No.
I thought I examined the victim. Oh no, I guess I haven't yet. That's fine. Can I move the camera? I can't. Oh yes, R1 to switch the camera around. That's right.
Yeah, look at the Resident Evil has lighting. Like, these windows like just leads to heaven.
Just keep workshopping it. You'll get it.
Affordable? I don't know. I can't.
Affordable? I'm sure.
I like my alcoholic beverages made from fermented apple sweet.
I like in a glass. No.
You'll get there. I believe in you.
Room temperature.
Ah yes,
Available in
Helvetica.
packages of 6.
Cold and just out of reach. Oh.
Now, what kind of David Cage game would you like?
Life Sans.
Guy Sans is in Detroit Become Human.
Oh no, it's him.
Detroit Become Helvetica.
I like my men like they like my David Cage game.
Ah, so this is actually Trauma Center. When can I use the healing touch?
Oh my god. Use Caduceus. Now. Do it. I thought that man had like werewolf claws for a second.
The deep weed made him into... There we go, yeah.
Whoa, whoa, oh god, oh!
Oh, that's good shit.
God. Just shake that ass.
I hope I don't fall against my I am alive board and die there. That would be ironic.
We like to have fun here.
Yeah, this is my favorite music video for every day I'm shuffling.
Are you
Hi,
kidding me?
Velford.
This is clearly the music video to take on me.
Yeah, I can't improve on them.
Look, they were hugging. If you scroll back, they were hugging.
They came. That's my favorite B movie. They came from the kitchen.
Is that the sequel to Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
Oh, you got there before me.
Yeah, you know, it's an intimate moment. Just watch that hand move.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you're falling. Let me help you with this knife.
Turbo stab.
He was stabbed.
Oh my god, he was
28
stabbed.
times.
This reminds me, I started watching
Seems like the killer really had it in for him.
There's a lot more gay angst in that than I thought there would be.
Huh. I never watched Mad Men, actually.
I
I should.
dig it to an extent. I don't think you can sit through more than 2 series, but it's good.
I mean, you know, most TV series things are kind of have that habit of, hey, we wanted to make this run for 6 because we like money. It seems to solve the crime here. I don't need to do the additional evidence. I'm good.
There's like 7 series, and I'm on like...
God.
Lieutenant,
yeah,
I think I figured out what happened.
Oh,
Did you know that gangster is a portmanteau of gay and angster?
It all started.
Died in the
There's
kitchen.
like one main gay character, and like for the longest time I was like...
There are obvious
And then
signs
all
of a
a sudden you
struggle.
get this long
Question
look,
is,
I'm like, oh, fuck,
what
this
exactly
is
happened here?
Obviously.
I think the victim
They
attacked
immediately
the
perish,
android.
huh?
Yeah. No, he didn't. No, he's still there, and it's
With the
cool,
knife.
But I just
No,
I'm
that
watching
can't
it
be
just
right. It
like
doesn't
after
fit the
episode where
evidence.
He just looks at another member of staff in his ad agency longingly, which I guess is a
With
fun
the
way to
bat.
watch it.
That lines up with the evidence.
I'm trying
Go
to
on.
do some Phoenix Wright here, and you're talking to me about entertaining American dramas. God.
Objection.
The android stabbed the victim.
The android stabbed the victim.
So the android was
No,
trying to
that's
defend
wrong.
itself, right? Okay, then what happened?
No.
The victim fled to
They fled to the living room.
the living
This is
room.
like the most boring Phoenix Wright case ever.
It is a little bit.
It's like, hey, did you have basic reading comprehension while you were playing this?
But the answer is a QTE, so that makes it high tension.
I guess it's more like basic watching comprehension, but still.
Also, because it's been
that makes
quite a
sense.
while since I played my PS4,
The
I have
android
to look
murdered
at
the
my
victim.
controller being like, wait, which one's circle? Fuck.
Without a weapon.
Your story makes no sense.
Wait,
You gotta
hold
stick
on.
to the
Shit,
facts.
I wasn't paying attention. With the bat.
With the bat.
Okay. I've just hit my bullshit.
Oh, I got
quota
enough.
for
I got
these.
too many things wrong.
There's a
Whatever.
killer on the loose, and I'm wasting my
Shit.
time listening to
Oh
an
no,
android.
Hank doesn't like me.
I'm out of here.
Oh no.
That's good.
What a beautiful romantic relationship these two are sharing.
006.9. Nice.
Nice. Partners, not so much.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like this.
Wait,
this
hold
offering.
on. So because I got that final one wrong, and that was like the final one, I don't get this whole other thing. Fine, whatever. Who cares?
Because the conditions for like the David Cage sort of story conditions are super dumb. Like they're very finicky and very like 2 out of 3. You just basically played rock paper scissors and lost, and now you can't.
I
do
mean,
it
okay,
anymore.
that would have been considerably easier if I was actually paying attention, but
For sure, but why would you? It's this game.
Yeah, sorry, now you don't get to Detroit Become Human.
Also, because I know how this game works in the same way that I know how, like, the... what's the zombie... Walking Dead.
Oh, no.
In the way that there's cutscenes and they feel like they have stakes, but because there's scenes that still need to happen, failing it doesn't really matter.
Damn, Todd Howard really let himself go after being elected.
Dinner is ready.
Ah, he also smokes the deep weed.
Yeah, I'm coming.
This is what happens if you re-release Skyrim 11 times.
So, I did miss the beginning of this game, but have there been, like, 4 addict characters so far?
It's been the same addict character twice, but yes.
Spaghetti. That was my
There wasn't much in the kitchen. I did what I could.
I'm not really one for memeing, but a meme that I still kind of enjoy is spaghetti. I don't know why. It was just a delightful piece of, like, cartoon ephemera and, like, video editing. Turn on the light.
You can't eat your spaghetti meatballs when it's... The darkness, it prevents you from eating.
I find it generally really hard to eat in the dark. I find it actually quite uncomfortable, so I get it. I need to
I'm just
serve.
picturing, like, 1 minute in Nathan has stabbed his hand with the fork in confusion.
No, it's just the food is less appetizing if it's not well lit. I don't know.
And I need somebody to take care of this goddamn house.
You get your drink first. Fuck this other guy.
Go out and hide a fucking android.
The person who's not abusing me gets their drink first.
That is preferential treatment, my friend.
Todd has been going on about how
fucking
he lost his job
wonderful.
because of robots, which, you know, rehashing what has been established in Marcus's story.
Tired.
So
Sad.
David Cage isn't even original enough to get
So I know that this is the cutscene where he flips out and then flips out.
Stop moving around, for Christ's sake! You're making me nervous.
You're making me nervous. I hate robots. What are you looking at? You're a child.
What's your fucking problem?
I hate child.
Not the life you dreamed of, eh?
Wasn't like Heavy Rain also like this?
Maybe you
where
think this is
where the
easy.
dad is like in a relatively dilapidated,
Maybe you
like
think
weak dad kind of
it's
situation.
my fault we live in this fucking
So at least
shithole.
he
My
first
fault your
loses one
fucking
son,
mother
and then
took
his second
off.
son, he doesn't know how to love anymore because his life falls apart.
I
Which, you know,
forgot how to love, which I guess is maybe a thing.
Yeah, which has more cogency than this.
Fucking whore walked out on
my
me for a
wife.
fucking account.
I mean, I guess a drama where somebody goes to actually healthy therapy is not a thing, but maybe it should be. I would absolutely encourage somebody to go and like sort out their mental health situation with this level of production value. I think that would be, you know, if nothing else, encouraging other people to do the same.
Yeah.
I think the closest show that's gotten to that is Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Oh, sure,
has
true.
some issues, but at least, you know, has the character going to therapy and stuff and trying to be better.
Oh yeah, this is the point where I can go rogue. Ooh.
Don't move, you lose. You just die.
Ooh. Look at the Matrix.
Become human.
I am become human.
Oh, I do like the visual design.
The visual design is really good. This game is very pretty.
I feel so bad for these artists. I wish they could work on a game more deserving of their talents.
So really dislike that they're just like showing an adult man hitting a child.
Yeah.
That's bad.
That's how you know that this game is real.
That's like Sorry?
Came up with technology, like damn right.
Save child from man.
Not that it
What if
matters.
humans are the real monsters are
It's just reminding me of why Roger Ebert thought the movie Labyrinth was garbage, which is just like, oh, putting a small child in peril is like the easiest way to establish the bad guy.
No, put the gun away. Don't.
You're committed to gun half now, Nathan. Nathan,
it's Detroit.
I wanted to throw the gun out the window, but I guess not.
Nathan, pay attention to this. This is where you can like lose the
Leave
game
her
here.
alone.
So
Oh.
this is important.
Oh right, yeah, I have to actually pause the QTEs on my character.
And get the fuck out of here. That's an order!
No! I want you to leave her alone.
You what?
No, I have the gun now. I'm a man. I am the man.
What are you gonna do? You gonna shoot me? Is that
Becoming
it?
human is arming yourself with a gun.
Oh shit.
You seem to have a problem.
Well, I backed down immediately.
I need to fix that.
Gun tab lost. Mission failed. Woof. She swooshed.
Watch out,
Swoosh. Whoa. Controllers.
Come here, bitch.
Oh, you better not press L1, R1. I need to prove you that.
Ooh, gotta shake. Yes, I'm doing the shaking. There we go.
Activate your spirit bomb.
Become Goku, Detroit.
Detroit becomes Saiyan.
Stop that! Don't hurt her!
Super Android, not Super Android.
No, this way. Oh no! Oh no!
The only way to win is to exit.
I buttoned too hard and now Kara's dead.
Oh no. Don't pause for it.
Leave her alone!
This one.
You do as I say.
Stop pressing squares.
Genuinely remembering which one's square and which one isn't is a trial. Oh.
Oh, gun path.
RIP! So if I failed that QTE, I wouldn't have shot him?
You would have been. I think you just like. You just have to run. If you fail to grab the gun.
Yeah.
Because then he gets it.
Yeah. Whoops, well, I betrayed my own morals and used a gun on a human, so that's fun.
Robo Revolution now. The uprising begins.
Also, knowing how this game ends, this scene is stupid.
Yeah. I know. That's like they basically give the hints. When Kara looks at the magazine in the beginning, it's right on there, blah blah blah. How's that? Sorry? How's that?
Oh, well, you know, there are people maybe in this stream who don't want to necessarily know how the game ends.
Oh,
so
I'm sorry, that's bad.
No. So
Yeah,
I'm
we'll just tell you after the stream. It's fine.
I was half expecting that when they go outside and I saw the bus in the distance that the kid was going to get hit by the bus and then it was just going to be heavy rain all over again.
Alice! Oh, becoming human by becoming a parent.
Becoming human by murder, which, to be honest, accurate.
Sometimes you gotta kill a dad.
Sometimes you've got
There
to
comes
kill
a time
dad.
in everyone's life where they have to
Trophy
kill a dad.
earned. Congratulations on the achievement yet.
Trophy earned. Commit murder. I guess it was in self-defense, so I don't know if it's murder. I don't know where you draw that line.
Yeah, but robots aren't human, so they clearly don't need to defend themselves. Or
Whoa, frame rate.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on a regular PS4, not PS4 Pro, so there may be certain things that this game tries to do on my hardware and can't.
Every time I go to one of these, I ask myself.
No, I'm not a gamer. This is why I'm doing a game. This is why I'm doing streams where we do literary criticism rather than me play competently.
Well, it's a chance for all
No,
those
this
people
is
who admire
what-
your work to meet
Like,
you.
this is such a shame. You just come back
Damn about art.
from a party with Leo, but you don't actually get to party with Leo.
I know!
Like,
What?
sway, like spin his little wheelchair
Come
around.
on, let's have a
and
drink.
just,
Oh, the
like,
excitement.
control the dance floor.
This
with
whole
him.
thing has made
I
me
just like to
Aw.
believe that you guys went to the nightclub from Blade and there was just that or whichever generic song it was.
Satisfaction was playing.
Satisfaction.
Okay, but you know what your doctor would say.
Push
Yeah,
me.
well, you can kiss my ass. I'm old enough to choose
Actually,
my own
considering that's like a
medication.
text-to-speech voice doing sexual come-ons, it would be hilariously unsubtle if they put that in the sex bot scene.
They'd have to license the song. Benny, that song is a banger though. That music video was a very formative part of my childhood. I'm sure
I
it
didn't.
was designed in a way to make like straight men be like, oh man, look at all these hot women using power tools, and I was like, look at these powerful women, yeah, get it. And,
You just returned home and found the lights on.
I think set me on
There
the
may have
path.
been a break-in.
You heard it here first. Nathan says women turned him gay.
Something like that.
Oh my god. Damn, I like.
Oh no! No! None of that. None of that
let's
shit.
Go back to the party, Leo.
Yeah, no, it's time for bed. I'll handle this personally, thanks. Open the door.
Marcus!
Open the door, you monster!
Marcus, we saw there's someone inside my studio. Please take me back.
I mean, to be honest, if you went into somebody's shit and there's just a dude messing around in there and they didn't notice you, then you have a perfect opportunity to leave.
Get out of there.
Like, hey, look, somebody is breaking into my stuff. Let me approach them.
Now,
as piano
gamers,
songs.
As gamers, we can attest that we would hit and enter stealth mode.
Leo! What are you doing?
What are you
refuse to
doing
help
in
me,
my
so I'm
house?
helping myself.
Doing drugs.
It's crazy when some people pay for this shit.
Eating my art.
Don't touch them.
Don't eat my art.
They're all gonna
Eat
be
my
mine
hole
sooner or
in
later
12.
anyway. Just think of it as a down payment on my inheritance.
Marcus, get him away from there. Get him out of here.
Make Leo leave. I'm just gonna do like a funky dance. I'm gonna call the police.
Do like
nope. Nope. Can't
Marcus,
do
get
that.
him out of here.
Throw art at him.
Use the crane. Use the crane.
Yeah,
I mean,
pick him up. Pick him up and then.
Just yeet him with the crane.
Order and
Look,
place.
I've already called the police. You should go now before
The
you
police
get yourself into more
capitalized.
trouble.
No, we don't
All you
do
ever
that.
do
We
is
don't
tell me to
respect
go
the
away.
police in here.
What's wrong, Dad? Not good enough for you? Not perfect like this fucking thing.
Hey, don't talk about my
That's
boyfriend
enough.
this
Get
way.
out right now.
What makes it so
No,
special
see, this
anyway,
is where
huh?
the game
What's it got that I don't?
Leave
takes
him
any potential
alone.
in this place because it's like, no, you know, Marcus is
Come on,
Lewis's son.
let's see what you got.
Not boyfriend.
Marcus, don't defend yourself, you hear me?
Don't defend yourself.
Don't do
Oh
it.
my god, don't resist.
Go ahead, hit me. What you waiting
Don't
for?
defend
If
myself.
you're a man, act like one.
I mean, it's very difficult for you to die, Marcus.
Stop it, Leo.
Whereas humans are considerably more frail than you.
Fucking bitch!
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be his son trying to steal paint. It should be his ex-boyfriend trying to steal paint. That would have been.
Ooh.
Nathan, do you want to know a secret? Because Leo doesn't have to die.
Oh, really?
Yeah, someone has to. Though.
How to save? I mean, the
we
son
do
can
wanna
eat
kill
shit. The son can eat shit. This is fine.
I'm angry. Push square.
This is the
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, visually, this game's fucking great, and it's amazing.
That's right.
That's a
forgot
cool
you're
piece
not a
of
real person,
characterization
you're
that
just a
every
fucking piece of
android gets a
plastic.
different style of breaking the walls.
It's literally got to break his programming seconds.
You're my dad. I'm gonna
No.
Push.
Oh, he dies in one hit.
Oh, you used the crane on him though. So good on
But
you.
like in the worst way.
In one hit.
Whoopsie whoopsie.
Oh no, my.
Well, I've killed 2
Don't like
humans
him.
today.
Oh my God.
What am I
Detroit
fighting?
kill human.
Good.
Leo.
Are you really that sad about it?
No.
Nathan is on the rope.
Boy.
Yeah.
Carl,
My little boy, my bio son. No.
Oh, is he gonna never speak to me again now? Is he?
Bio boy.
In my defense, he really sucked.
They'll destroy you, Marcus. You gotta go.
Wait, where did David Cage
Get
go?
out of here.
Marcus, I don't want them to destroy you, man.
Conjure.
This is just making me
Summon a
nowhere
ghost.
to go. Carl,
summon
you're all I
a
have.
better biological son.
Get out.
I could be your son now.
Now.
How was that conjuring? You didn't perform any kind of summoning magic.
I know, right? I want to
Don't
cast
fucking
some
move.
fucking techno wisdom.
Okay, first they say don't move. You don't move, they shoot anyway.
Yeah, no, Valforg, that's absolutely right. Like, Marcus just walked up, raw supered that guy, and he immediately died.
Stone cold.
You like the turn of phrase raw supered. We use that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a fighting game term of using like your super move, you know, with the big flashy effect.
No, I
but...
got it. I just haven't heard it before.
Ah, yeah. Walk up throw or walk up raw super is what you do when you clearly do not respect the person you're fighting.
So,
But also his raw super was just lightly punching the guy.
I mean, haven't you seen Dive Kick? It's Robo Punch. Press
Nathan,
X to
no.
Robo,
Oh no,
press
I'm
circle
sorry, it wasn't
to
even a
punch.
punch, he just pushed him.
True.
So, what do you think that other path was, based on David Cage's amazing, like, varying writing style?
Basically, if I did nothing, the son would have killed the dad, and then the cops would have been like, "You murdered a human," and then this would have happened anyway.
No, even worse. The dad gets a heart attack and dies, and then the son points at the corpse like, "The robot did it," and then the officer shoots him.
Oh, cool.
Oh my god.
No, because this evidence.
Alright.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. Velford pointing out, by the way, are we going to speak about the dark-skinned person getting shot by the police after not moving?
Yeah, I didn't
He
want to
blinked.
say it
Get him.
was black, but-
This child is warm. I can use it for heat.
Are they really, though? Are they really?
Yeah, I mean, this is something that David Cage, like, this is just prevalent in this game. Like, robots have it, it's not like robots are the new black people, it's robots have it worse than black people in America. And that is more offensive than the alternative, somehow.
Do you know if there's any other place we could spend the night?
Why are all of Kara's segments absolutely boring?
Because I can answer that. She's absolutely non-essential to the game. And I mean that in Kara is the only person who can, like, you can just die early on and just the game moves on with Marcus and
Connor going without
yeah.
I understand exploration of complex themes, but I don't like any game that has to tell its story through child abuse. Like,
yeah.
I don't. I get what it's doing, but I just could have done without.
Yeah, okay. This is the same kind of like school of thought where people are like, oh man, this child abuse makes this game really edgy, but I couldn't see a puppy be kicked. That's beyond the pale. I'm like, okay.
Oh my god, Nathan, go back. Go to the Burger Zone.
Burger Zone. That is a JPEG right there attached to that side.
Oh my god.
Can I download a burger?
But hold on, the font that says pizza and chicken almost looks like Comic Sans.
It is probably Comic Sans.
Oh, it's so
I'm gonna
close.
post a controversial opinion here. Not wrong with Comic Sans.
It is dyslexic friendly, but there are other fonts.
Do you know anywhere we could spend the night?
I think
low key saying fuck off there.
I get it, but I think it's used in a lot of places where it doesn't make sense to be used. Like, yeah, if you're putting this on like school paper for kids, fine.
I think it's become a parody. I don't think Comic Sans can ever return to being a knob.
Very true.
People joke about it too much. There's no returning.
Ruined it.
It is a Undertale ruined it. It's a pariah, isn't it? It's a martyr. That's it. It's a martyr.
Yeah, it's such a meme at this point.
The martyr.
Yeah.
The next David Cage game is going to be about how fonts are the most oppressed minority.
Comic Sans died for our
It's warm in here.
Right.
You'll feel better in no
David
time.
Cage is gonna make Undertale 2.
Oh no.
I nearly threw up in my mouth a little bit there. Don't do that again.
Yeah. Also, Connor, it's very hard for Connor to be best boy when Connor is willingly a cop, so...
Fucking not.
Programmed to be a cop, but yeah.
Programmed to be a cop, but we've already established that going beyond your programming is apparently incredibly easy.
Yeah.
You just punched the thing.
All Connors are baloney.
It's just... Which is also... Well, we can talk about this after the scene is done. I think after this scene we're probably going to kind of wrap up playing Detroit Become Human and start discussing themes. But,
Damn. Kinda wanna keep going.
Are you just gonna do some laundry? Like, full stop?
I'm going to steal this guy's laundry, because apparently that's a thing I can do.
Yeah, steal from the black person.
It's okay. They don't understand what it's like to really be oppressed in this society.
Yeah, they're not a robot.
I don't understand. Should you get a disguise?
Yeah. We do.
What are you doing? They're not our clothes. We need them, Alice.
See, I'm your moral compass.
Warm, and I need to get rid of this uniform.
Hey, listen.
That's stealing. We can't do that.
Fuck off. Your dad's just been backhanding you. There's no way you would care about this right now.
Alice, Property's fake.
Alice, don't be a narc.
I'm literally property. I was property 2 seconds ago. Let it go.
Are those clothes dry? Was that the dryer?
You stole me, Alice. You stole me.
So
yeah.
definitely shrunk. What you?
Oh.
No, don't get greedy.
That's too. Yeah, this is too much.
Nathan, no.
Oh no.
If he wakes up, she's gonna have to kill him.
Oh no, it's me too.
Don't eat that.
Nathan, stop.
Take everything.
Nathan, I'm killing a stream
This
right
poor
now.
dude.
He's just gonna have to go back to Primark and buy them again.
Steals headphones while you're at it. Steals underpants.
Gonna take his iPad.
Steal his life.
I am a walking iPad. I do not need more.
Steal his kid in headphones.
That would add to the camouflage, because like, why would a robot need an iPad? Upstairs.
Wow, we really are becoming human.
We got one later.
I do like.
Oh yeah, fashion.
Oh shit, yeah.
Walk, fashion, baby.
Oh, I love this character from what the hell is it called?
Life is Strange.
Yeah, it's
Thank
Life
you,
is Strange from West.
Yeah, I was gonna say, check out my Chloe cosplay.
I should play Life is Strange on stream. That feels very in character.
I want a Bloodborne stream where I can get involved.
I don't like playing
Life is Strange, so you can invite me if you want.
Bloodborne requires competence, and it's scary.
It'd be funny.
No, poor Nathan.
I have genuinely put a couple of hours into Bloodborne. It's like, this game is cool, I cannot play it.
Alice, Belfort says, Alice, this is what it's like to live in a society.
So I know that I know that I have to steal some money to actually stay in the motel, and I have to like go into the corner store and cause a distraction while I rob them. I think I can maybe get into like this abandoned lot and be squatters.
Okay. So how offensive do you want your in scene to be?
Offensive?
Yeah, because if you stay at that place, you can sleep in a car, you can stay at the motel, or you can stay at the abandoned house. If you want to just like go full David Cage experience, just go to the house.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that I'm
no.
comfortable.
Let's find a car to sleep in, because
Okay, you walk past it.
Oh. Where's the car? I guess I can just hack the car, because yeah, robot.
You wouldn't download a car.
Well,
I mean,
oh,
I probably would if I could.
Wait, where's my kid? Oh no.
Oh shit.
Baby.
Where's baby?
Alice, you're
Someone put her in a corner.
I'm okay. I'm not so cold.
You're not cold, huh?
You look lost.
Hello, it's
We
me.
have nowhere to go.
Trash man.
I know
Dr.
someone.
Wabi, baby.
Oh yeah. Data exchange.
That's a cool handshake.
Yeah, I kind of like that as a data exchange.
But that's on the other side of town. We need a place for tonight.
Nope.
Magical person.
Is he like an angel robot?
A trash angel.
Garbage, Michael.
Right, so where
The
is
Archangel Gabriel.
Very good. Where is
Nice.
this motherfucking car? Around the corner, I'm guessing. Is a car here? No. Is a car just standing in the middle of this crossroads trying to find a car. Or
One
has
will come eventually.
It's to your left.
Okay.
It's in that little parking lot. It's
right, okay. I really wish this is the kind of game where you could run, because
I think you can hold R2 or something.
No, that's detective vision.
Batman vision.
Yeah.
I think it's I think it's the yellow thing to the left.
Ah,
Look, the store is still
okay.
open.
Yeah,
Maybe we
sure
should
it
go
is,
inside.
but I'm not gonna
At least you'll be out of the cold.
do that. Oh, this is Amazon Prime.
There's nothing more this way.
Ew.
Jeff Bezos still lives.
There's nothing for me here.
I want to find this car, and then
I don't want to go this way.
yeah, I don't particularly feel like stealing. Killing asshole humans is fine, but additional stealing
I don't
is
think
wrong.
you understand video games, Nathan. Like, straight up.
No, I really don't.
Yeah, why do you think he's so scared to play them on stream?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding.
No,
Well,
you're
Well,
valid.
I mean, David Cage learned that video games can be not about killing from this game, so...
My thing was more that like, oh, everybody loves killing in video games.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily right. I don't know what that voice was, but it did it.
I mean, that's definitely David Cage's voice now.
Hey guys, I like to try to become human.
Yeah, it's like David Cage sounds like Amelie.
Bonjour, I'm Amelie. Are we gonna just rip the McElroys all night?
Yeah.
Just shelter in Burger Zone.
Hello.
Yeah. There's no pain or hurt in Burger Zone.
Burger Zone's an oasis.
Burger Zone doesn't let androids inside, apparently.
Oh my god.
Burger Zone?
Burger Zone doesn't serve burgers to the true humans, robots.
Oh my god, it's Burger Zone people.
No, Burger Zone is
Burger
robots.
Zone is robots, yes.
Just microchips in the bun.
Segregationized Burger Zone.
Ah, there we go. There is car.
Desegregation? That's desegregate, sorry. Wow. I forgot that word.
Be discreet.
Wow, Ruben.
No.
I thought you were a writer.
What?
Not anymore.
Ooh.
No, you're a robot.
How do I get round building?
It's no Nathan. Nathan, it's behind the bus stop.
Ah,
That's
no, I thought I'd have to kind of like sneak around like the back of the building.
So hang right here.
Oh, here.
Yeah. So cross the street, and it's like in that lot. You have to break in.
Oh, I see. I mean, this is what
why
gets
don't-
me inside the house, but I don't want to get inside the
Abandoned
house. I want
house.
to get inside the car.
At least we'd be out of the rain.
If this is like maximum
I
creep
like
route,
this
then I
place.
should probably see if I can
Yeah.
get inside the.
No.
But it's just for
Oh,
one
I
night
wonder if I
and
can
one
make the
person.
guy in the motel like go look for something and then sneak back out.
Okay, then it should be behind another bus stop because
God, this part is so contrived.
A little bit.
I don't. I can't imagine sitting and enjoying this bit. This is like.
no, it's confusing.
No, car stuff is apparently just miserable.
It's a pain in the ass.
So this is like a Monkey
We're not going
Island
in?
logic puzzle, but it's
We
free
can't,
roam.
Alice. I don't have any money.
It's not at all
We have to find
fun
$40.
to do.
But
I'll
I
go
don't
somewhere
need
else.
to steal the $40 because I don't look like an android.
It's true.
So
Well, let's pay in advance, I guess.
I'm fucking hell. So I have to steal the money to be able to do the thing. Okay. No,
But-
that's dumb. Not doing that. Can
Looking
I?
for car. Good food grill.
Good food. Right. So it's behind the
Okay,
bus stop
so
somewhere.
then I think the car park would then be like down to the right of this intersection, and just
okay.
looking around there.
Mhm.
God, why do I know so much about this game?
I appreciate it. Someone has to go and tell me how to not like get stuck because I got stuck here. I looked this way earlier, but maybe I can get inside the thing. Is there like an interaction point? I don't see one. But...
Just walk off into the sunset.
Yeah.
I mean, the sun's down, but I'm sure if you keep going long enough, you'll find the sunset.
Jason.
Car park.
I think if I hit now, it stops me. Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to find some kind of way to get into the car, which I guess involves me stealing $40.
Yeah. Or take another right here because like the car is there. The car exists. I know. that the car
I
exists.
saw a car in the motel parking lot, but
Yeah. But that's not the car.
oh, what's that over there?
Yeah, that's the car. That's the one you need.
Ah, okay, there we go.
That's
That
car.
way where cars don't look like cars.
Well, this sure looks like a car.
Download a car right now. Use the Wi-Fi.
Oh,
I can't see any cars.
A car.
Oh, there
Oh,
it
then
is.
there's a car.
That's the
Looking at
Street
all the
Fighter
cars.
2 car you beat up.
Oh, this one. Mashing circle for like a full second.
You break in and Ryu's there just going, hey, Hadouken!
Oh, what's the one from like Final Fight where it's like, oh, my car?
My God.
Oh my God.
Sure is an MFing car.
Round one.
It looks abandoned.
Man, I really love like the old digitized speech from older games. Like, especially
Stand
NES
back,
games,
Alice.
just boot up Blades of Steel.
It's not an actual thing you have to do in a
Yeah,
video
no, I
game.
have to shake my controller to do the thing.
It could become human.
It's gameplay.
It's immersive.
I feel so connected to the elbow experience.
In my specific scenario, the cord attaching my controller to
Yeah,
short,
like
shake it,
Stray
it would come
inside.
out.
this is what
nobody
this
will
is the
find us
true
here.
expression, like the ultimate expression of
wanna
video
sleep
games
in
as a
there.
medium, like the interplay
find a
between
better place?
the visual and the interactive, just symbolized by you shaking your
We're better off
controller to
staying,
prevent
Alice.
child abuse in the previous power
The
scene.
important thing is for us
That's
to be
just the
safe.
ultimate.
And it's just for
I'm
today.
really surprised this game didn't take the click the left stick to blink mechanic from Alone in the Dark.
Oh my God.
That was the worst game ever. I was so excited for it, I bought it and I just couldn't.
Soundtrack's pretty good, otherwise it's not good.
Or the free soundtrack that you get
Ooh.
with it for buying it because they
Alice is mad at me. Oh no.
Sorry I killed your dad.
Wait, hold
while
on.
he was trying to murder me.
She was warm and now she's room temperature.
So, wait, hold on. The way to be able
Why
to
didn't he ever
do,
love me?
like, the best option of sleeping in the
Why was
motel
he always so
is to
upset?
steal these clothes, steal
All I
$40,
wanted
and
was a
lie
life
to a
like
bunch of
other
people,
girls.
and should like that more?
Maybe I
What?
did something
Okay.
Maybe I wasn't good enough.
I guess.
Or maybe the
Yeah.
relationship
There's
mechanic in
also
this
Andy.
game literally doesn't matter.
Maybe.
Everyone's so
Wanted us to be a
judgy.
family.
I think they're saying everything comes with a
Just
price.
wanted him to love me.
Oh, so tortured.
Will you be Robo
Why can't
Machiavelli?
we just be happy?
Guys, I feel the need to bring up some Android crime
You'll
statistics.
never leave me, right?
I thought you were going to say the
Promise
need
you'll
for
never
speed
go.
for a second there.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention, but I guess I'll promise you a thing.
No, be shitty to child. Damn it. Fuck the stuff.
Will we be
Damn
together
it.
forever?
Oh shit.
Oh
No,
no.
because you're dying, I won't.
Oh, okay. One of them's dying.
Death flags abound.
Somebody promising to be together forever is like one step short of coughing blood into a handkerchief for you are not long for this world.
Forever.
How do I get sound effects?
As
Love
Kara,
to
Kara
call.
is like, I can't wait to retire from being a robot in 3 days.
How do I play
We're-
an airport?
Last day on Robot.
Oh, I found this abandoned boat. We're gonna sleep in the USS Live Forever.
So,
Promises to be there forever. Oh, so this is me. I guess you're wondering how I got here.
Oh, tomorrow's my wedding with my robot.
where the cell comes and absorbs these androids to reach his perfect form. Valforg, oh my god.
Kara, I'm gonna suck you.
So, a thing that I learned actually relatively recently is apparently the androids in Dragon Ball Z are a misnomer, and they are just people who have had, I think, some biotech done to them. So they're not androids, they are actually organic people, and they're not cyborgs, because they don't actually have any cybernetics in them either. So,
Hey, did 4Kids change the lore drastically?
No, they were always called androids. It's just
far as
entirely the wrong term.
As far as I remember, I think they do have some robot parts, but they're not people who've had stuff done to them. They're people who were grown.
Ah.
Yeah, there's
So they're
something
not
weird
like-
with them because, like, sorry, I know a lot of Dragon Ball Z deep lore.
Oh, so you
They
don't-
don't have ki, which
see.
is like a thing for everybody else. So, like, there's some modification that was made to them, but they did start as biological people.
I see.
So Android is not correct.
But were they people, and then stuff was done to them, or did he make them as people?
I have gone to the Dragon Ball wiki to try and find that out.
Wow, Sam getting stumped on Dragon Ball lore.
While we're deciding whether the Android 18 is actually an android, let's go and have one last look at our human bingo cards.
They were people. They got basically kidnapped by Dr. Giro and then
this I did not know.
experimented on.
That makes his dream of owning a boat all the more reasonable.
So let's see.
I don't think I bingoed.
No, I've only really lit 4.
I didn't either.
Because I have drowning and not yet, I don't think. Robosexual abuse, not yet.
I got
Hopefully never.
Building.
Children love the robots.
That's true.
Yeah, cross that out.
Uh,
Zero chemistry romance.
Well, okay, but wait, that says noble homeless and children love the robots, and all of the homeless people in this have been shockingly villainous.
That's true.
Unless we're now counting Kara as also
homeless now.
Yeah.
Technically.
The child is homeless.
Like, I think we can probably do that, I guess.
Yeah. The supernatural space.
Zero chemistry romance. Connor Hank was not at all.
Yeah, I would have.
I guess depending on how you frame romance in this game. Actually, I guess spoilers down the line. Marcus gets forced into some romance options, which, it's bad. So I didn't get a bingo, which.
Do we get children love the robots and noble homeless?
Yeah, I think Alice loves the robots.
Mm-hmm. I think we entered racial stereotype zone pretty head on.
Yeah, I guess in a roundabout way, it's not like we got like a character that's just like 80s Orientalism, the character, but I guess we got a whole bunch of racial stereotypes layered onto robots. Oh, we got the angry black preacher, which I guess is a piece of specific racist Americana.
Yeah. Let's see, we got I think inappropriate slavery analogy with the back of the bus. It's not slavery, but
very
it's
true.
It's like the same sort of sentiment, just different historical.
Mm-hmm.
With the square that says shitty Blade Runner reference, have we poured one out for Rutger Hauer yet?
Oh, true that.
Yeah.
Not
like a moment of silence.
Not on stream, but he had a good run as people are largely want to do.
When you're playing a game about robots, you gotta mention.
Yeah, I mean, Blade Runner is largely about shooting robots and assuming that's the good thing to do, and then realizing it's not. But hey, but yeah, there's a character. There's a character named Deckard. There's a policeman who gets shot in the opening cutscene of the game, which I skipped.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're just kind of like passively named Deckard or like Deckard. It's like a misspelling, but whatever. But yeah, that is the bingo card. I think we've played enough of Detroit Become Human. We can now start to decompress. So let's go and switch the footage back to the book club scene.
And then do a full LP next week.
Oh, I think if you're gonna switch the footage back to something, it should be the scene of the two different strippers.
What? Oh, right. I don't have that prepared. Come on.
You failed me again.
But yeah.
I don't know why I said that.
We now bring us back to the screen that is discussing the nature of this vid game. To go and highlight again what we thought Detroit Become Human was about. Detroit Become Human is what happens if Hot Beard Man and Robotwink, who are definitely not in love, solve racism. Detroit Become Human is a game about America, where robots have it worse than black people. That's the whole point of the game. Detroit Become Human is about how people now assuming David Cage invented robots. Detroit Become Human is about finding out how problematic something can be before it can no longer be a problematic fave. And I think we touched on a little of all of these things.
Oh boy, did we? What did we learn, class?
Yeah, the ideas to take away from Detroit Become Human.
Don't ever emulate this game.
Don't buy a David Cage. Don't do it.
I mean, I got this on PS Plus, so technically I got it for free, but at what cost? Yeah. At what cost?
I think an idea I'll take away is be very careful with putting child abuse in your story, because it's really maudlin.
I have an idea I'd like to take away. That's David Cage's all of his ideas. Take it away from him.
Yeah.
Don't let him have him.
Sure, cool.
So purely on basing myself on the visual language, text and so on. I think an idea to take away is that I guess drug addicts are evil, and especially if they're poor. That's what I'm getting from this game.
Yeah, I think you make a good point. Those poor people really should have considered not being poor.
Yeah. Right? Like this, like Kara shows up in like the Paris Hilton shirt, "Stop being poor."
So to turn this round into an actual, like, genuine takeaway, the idea of drug addicts being poor and evil is fucking tired.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, they're all of them were fat, by the way. Like, just like the Todd was fat, the murder victim who was drug addicted was fat. So it's a very fat-phobic game as well.
Will, any takeaway?
Man, it's really hard to think of something valuable that I can take away from this experience.
I mean, that's understandable, but it can be what not to do, because that also sometimes is valid. I think that's what our takeaways are going to be from this.
Yeah, I think really this did a good job in demonstrating how unnecessary it can be. Like, if you're making an allegory, you don't need to take every single possible, like, historical image or comparison as possible, because, like, you know, you have the triangles, the armband, the back of the bus, and it's just like it's so much, and you just, you know, like, one of them maybe you can be like, okay, you know, clever, I guess. But the more you keep lumping on, the more it's like, oh my god, I get it, and it just makes it seem like you are not making a subtle commentary. It makes it seem like you are going so over the top as to work against whatever you're trying to do.
Yeah,
I feel that.
It's like exploiting every possible symbol of oppression and throwing it into a big melting pot of, like, this is what oppression is like. Well, not considering that oppression is like a historical system that has a very specific aim and context. So if you throw, like, the Holocaust and the slavery and the civil rights movement all in one pot, you just get, like, you know, a very, like, you get a template. You get a template of what oppression is without actually providing a commentary of, like, this is what people go through, this is how it actually looks like, because you can't actually tell what it's really like, because it's just stuck together. It's all clumped.
Yeah, it's very hard to extricate the thing you're actually trying to say if you're laboring on all these different ideas at once. Valkforg says, at least the acting is actually very good, I don't know. And that's true. Like, across all of the Quantic Dream games, usually the, like, mocap acting combined with the voice acting has really, really quality performances, in the same way that this game is really pretty and the soundtrack is super good. However...
I've got one. If David Cage can make a game that isn't ableist, what excuse do you have?
Oh shit.
Yep, that's fucking fire. I applaud that.
Wow. I'm racking my brain as let's see. That's
verbatim.
No, there's a scene later on where he isn't really a champion of disability representation. There's
That's fair. I only seen this.
No, I mean, it's, you know, you can only really, like, do the critical readings of the things you've actually seen. So I think that's a very fair takeaway.
Yeah. No. Okay. I'll reel it in.
I imagine he probably manages to forget it at some point, but like you said, it's an example of how there were other writers doing good stuff.
Mhm.
So if that can get through in this scenario, there's hope for us all.
Yeah, because there's certain bits of takeaway that I got from Hypnospace Outlaw, and then upon finishing the game, the perspective on some of those things that we wrote down before change a little bit, and that's interesting, but not the scope of what we experience on stream. So hey, yeah, I think that's everybody. Me, I guess. What is my takeaway from this accursed video
what is your
game?
takeaway?
Man, I genuinely don't know.
That playing games with friends is cool.
I mean, yes, but like, within the scope of this game's design, right? Because it could even be things about like the aesthetics of the world, but aside from certain instances of the way that they've made characters dress, has sometimes been, this is a believable piece of futuristic wear, and that makes sense. And other times it's like a latex maid outfit that one of the main characters is in, and it's like,
It could just be like, gotta find that one shirt I liked.
I mean, okay, so there is something to be explored then in playing characters who are the oppressors and negotiating that, because that is technically what Connor is, and they don't stick that landing, but in an alternate universe they maybe could have.
Yeah, they're almost could be sort of like a what's the movie that came out recently? Yeah, like a Black Klansman perspective of like showing. Well, no, because that movie at least has the premise like whatever the police officers infiltrating, like, is known to be bad. But this is like, quote unquote, the in-game minority, this part like being a willing actor in an oppressive system that is also against, quote unquote, their race, just against robot kind. Man, that's the thing with David Cage, is like there's almost something cogent, but not really.
Okay, cool. And the final thing to kind of take away before we wrap up and tell everybody what fabulous people we are. What do you think Cyberpunk is to this game? You know, if David Cage defined Cyberpunk in a sentence, what would that be? If it helps, I can kind of bring up what some of the previous definitions are, because they're all in the same document. So in Hypnospace Outlaw, Cyberpunk could be the cerebral is equal to the digital and physical, because you can monetize it. When we were playing Read Only Memories, our definitions of Cyberpunk were like, challenge your idea of personhood, there's value in learning and finding the truth. So there's lots of different ways that games can approach what Cyberpunk is. I mean, for this game, Cyberpunk could be WoW cool robot, because
that might be all it is, you know, because I don't feel like he's actually making it cyber other than that.
And there's not much punk to it.
I feel like David Cage's version of Cyberpunk is like surface level very blunt force find and replace with actual real world themes, and just like stick a sci-fi skin on it and be damned about whatever problematic things come out of that.
Quotation marks. There's still guns though, right?
I guess you can make purchases with your brain if you're a robot. That's cool. That's cyberpunk, I guess.
I don't know that any of it's punk at all. There's definitely futuristic stuff in there, but
it's yeah.
I didn't
like
see anything. Making Cyberpunk, this game is making a robot engine? I don't know.
I guess the cyberpunk could be in the sort of dystopic element of like, look at how badly we treat these non-people who we really want to push as people.
Yeah. I find that kind of premise baffling, because in real life, people manage to map humanity onto things that really don't look human. Like, people feel personally connected to their mobile phones, to like Roombas, who are very, very clearly not sentient, not even with the same level of intelligence that your smartphone can do. So if we can form attachments with things that look super not human, that don't even have a face, the idea of being able to have robots that look exactly like people and then somehow be able to treat them like garbage so easily without second guessing is baffling.
Wow, we truly live in a society.
Mm.
Oh, hold on, I have a voice filter. We live in a society.
Oh, there wasn't a voice filter.
Oh
on
wait,
that
no,
one.
that wasn't.
It didn't activate.
We live in a society.
Oh, there we go.
Full effect.
Perfect. So yeah, I guess
I
this
guess
game
not
doesn't really
useful.
know what cyberpunk is, and that's okay, you know.
They don't seem to care either.
Part of this show is discussing the games that don't manage to engage with the thematics particularly well. You know? Yeah. So, yeah, what is Cyberpunk to this game? Wow, cool robot. And with that, thank you, everybody who's tuned in, for joining us in another episode of Cyberpunk Book Club. Let's go and speak to our wonderful guests who have joined us on the show about who they are, what they make, and where they can be found. Ruben, who are you? And where can we find your shit?
Oh, God.
You can find you can find me on Twitter, Urban Friend Den. Don't forget the double D after friend and den. A lot of people don't, and then they're like, "Where are you on Twitter? I can never find you." And it's like, well, that's it's a shame. You can also visit my website where I put all my fiction, which is thefriendden.net, again with the double D. I'm also on medium.com where I have a lot of culture criticism.
Including this game.
I have a lengthy piece. I have some words to say about David Cage on medium.com /urbanfriendden as well.
Wonderful. Paolo, who are you and where can we find your shit?
I'm Paolo. You can't find me yet, but you will find me. I'm gonna get back in the oven because I'm not quite done yet. But you will find me. You'll see me.
See you around. Well, you can see you on the talent agency for one thing.
Yes. Oh God. Yes. There's that. I'm a member of the talent agency. That I'm sure.
Don't say that sadly, you asshole.
No, I get super nervous in these scenarios. No, I have stuff that is up and coming and will eventually be plugged. Maybe on here one day if I'm back again, but not just yet.
Yes, indeed. Will.
Yes.
Who are you? Where's your shit?
Great question. I'm still figuring that out myself, but in the meantime, my name's Will Ewell. I am a tabletop game developer, and you can find my fine wares, all of which right now are free or free adjacent at merrymentorgames.com. And if you like the idea of playing a optimistic cyberpunk game, which maybe has a little bit of Mega Man in it, as much as you like, then check out Net Battlers.
Mm-hmm. It is good.
Aww. I love you too.
Yeah.
And Sam, who are you? Where's your stuff?
Well, like some others in this call, I'm still trying to figure out where my stuff will go, and I'm trying to finish it. So eventually I will have a music link to plug, but that eventually is not now. So someday, if I'm back here, you'll hear me plug in a link for my album.
Hey, yeah, I look forward to that day.
Find him on Steam at Super Hamuel, add him, and then beat him at Rivals of Aether.
Find my terrible old Let's Play channel from when I was 13.
Yes, I'm going to now.
Oh, he has so many episodes of himself playing a GBA Spider-Man game, and they are adorable.
I have one randomly very highly viewed video, and then nothing else ever got seen.
How old were you when you did these, Sam?
ages 13 to 15, I think.
Oh my God, you're a tiny baby.
He's a tiny baby.
Yeah.
But he also started very early. Anyway.
No, yeah, this is from like 2007.
So yeah, look him up on Super Hamuel, Super Hamuel on YouTube to find the good.
To find terrible Let's Plays when I was 13. That's what I'm pitching, apparently.
It's both care and shade in equal measure. I am your androgynous android game show host, Nathan Blades. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. Please do tune into this channel again if you feel like it. We're here like every other Thursday doing the video games, eventually doing the tabletop RPGs. We're all about that sci-fi and that urban fantasy. You can follow our Twitter account at Phantom Arts Ent, that's Phantom Arts ENT, for updates about this, about podcasts, about other streams that I appear on, so on and so forth. And with that all said, we'll see you all next time. Goodbye!
Farewell.
Bye.